And man, Paul Schulze doing their thing with Worthy Road Studios. Michael King producing and directing. Dan Reeves has the evening off. Be back with us for the playoff run. And look at that right there, narrator. That beautiful picture right there as the captain's getting ready to meet out there at midfield.
So clear too.
I'm telling you, man, that's what we get that's
for real.
When you're down there hanging out talking to blondes, that's what we're doing right there.
I'll go back to talking to blondes after this week.
TJ Tharp, Travis Smith, Seth DeBerry, and Roan Sewell are the captains tonight for the Bruins. For the Harding Academy Lions, you've got number 45, who's going to have to be Pete. I see no 45. Number 56, that's Gavin Olson, the senior offensive lineman. Austin Jackson, a senior wide receiver, and number 54, Thomas Rovery. We have two 54s now. That's either Thomas Rovery or it could be Caleb Red Dog Ellis. That's literally his name on the roster. Red Dog. That's the first nickname I think I've ever seen on the roster, and the answer is no, narrator. I never played as Seabass. I was never Seabass during my football days. That was afterwards. Joined the fraternity, and they gave me that nickname. Okay. Yeah, so yes, I was never Seabass on the football field.
I'm betting you that this 54 is Red Dog.
I'm betting that it's not. He is redheaded, isn't he?
Yeah, the guy with the captain, the guy that's going to be a captain, he got a nickname, dog. Yeah, that's Greg Dog. No, that's Red Dog.
Fantastic. So what about this game tonight? Now, the two players have been told to watch out tonight for Harding Academy. They're running back Tyler Moore, only 5'4", but he just has that look. You know, the Speedy, there he is, man. Yeah, that's Kevin Stark, the athletic director here at Harding Academy, and the best to ever do it on this field, no question about it.
He looks like he still could.
He can, believe it. He's also the basketball coach here for the Lions, and a heck of a nice guy. And his wife, I believe, coaches the girls' team.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They good guy, good dude, a lot of fun to deal with, man. So we're just about ready. So what do you think tonight, narrator? Now, the Bruins are on the third quarterback, but he's been doing it for a little while now. Andrew Smith came in, I think, at the end of the St. George game, in the final quarter with about 7 minutes left to go. When Garrett Reynolds went down about 3 or 4 weeks ago here in Memphis at St. George. And, I think everybody just thought, well, that's it. Andrews, he's just a sophomore, not a particularly big guy. But then I'll tell you what, I saw the North Point game and how confident he was. North Point's not a good football team, but how confident he was throwing the football, throwing it on the run, and he has a pretty strong arm. Now, the good news for him is behind him is T.J. Tharp and Tyler Wallace. They have been the bell cows of this offense all season long. That can keep them in a lot of games. Reference that drive last week against Lausanne, that opening drive. If they had not turned it over, who knows? They're not going to win that game, but still. I mean, they proved that they can move that football, the power football and ball control offense. But one thing that they did not have last week that they will have tonight is number 8, Wesley Carlock, their best playmaker in the passing game. Will he be the difference, and will they win this game tonight?
A couple of things. Talked to Coach Strapp when we got here this afternoon. Coach Strapp says they're going to open the playbook up. He's tired of trying to block 9 guys in the box. They're going to let Andrew roll out some, try to throw the ball downfield some. I thought that was big. The other thing, Wesley Carlock, out at Dick's Sporting Goods the other day, coming out of the store, stepped off the curb, turned his ankle. He's playing, but he's not at 100%. He's a little bit tweaked up. But I do think we're going to see – now, certainly we're not going to get all the way away from that ball control offense, but according to Coach, what Strapp wants to do is try to get the ball downfield.
Well, I just saw him high-stepping, coming running out when they broke the banner, and he was high-stepping. If there is an ankle problem, it doesn't look like it, and he looked good just now. So, I mean, for whatever that words.
He's one of those.
He's a high-spirited, high-stepper, man. I love that kid.
It's time to play football. He's gonna put some stuff behind him.
Now, waiting on the Lions to run out on the field, and here they come. The other player we told you need to look out for is quarterback Miles Neely. So it's the skill position players. Hardin County's not an overly huge football team. They got some decent-sized offensive linemen, nothing the Bruins haven't seen, and played against much, much bigger. But that's where playing Haywood, playing Chester County, playing Crockett County, playing Lausanne, playing guys like that, they'll get you ready for anybody else you're going to face.
And that's exactly what Coach Strapp said. He said, look, when we in line play, we feel like we're going to be okay there. That Hardin County is going to line it up. They're going to run the ball. You're not going to see the ball in there much. They're going to try to push the ball downfield, run some clock, and then get the ball in there.
Now you have to remind me tonight I'm an analyst. That's what I do. I'm an analyst. I do color analyst. That's how I do it. I'm not usually doing the play-by-play. So if I start rambling a little long, just say, look, give it to me, man.
I'm going to listen to you, what I'm going to do. I'm just hanging out, dog.
The Bruins won the toss, and as per usual, they elect to take the ball first. Every time they've won the toss this year, they've wanted the football. Back deep, Caleb Willis, and I believe that's Wesley Carlock as well. Boy, Caleb has really played a lot better in the last second half of the season. He was already playing fine, but he's taken this game up to another level. So we are just about underway. I want to say hi to all the folks back in Jackson, Tennessee. And by the way, I left out a name in our rotation. Holy smokes, the most important name of all, Michael Osborne. I mean, he's the guy.
For real.
He is the guy. If he's not doing it, it don't go. So hi to Michael Osborne. Here is an onside kick that's going to go out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, there could be a flag here, and there is. Number 19 for USJ on that front line, Drew Morris, got popped. We'll see what that. Okay, now I thought it might be a personal foul because they got hit high, but the ball went out of bounds, out of touch. So it's going to be Bruin football. And they're going to be setting up shop in great field position. You can tell for the Bruins, they did their scouting. I mean, they were up on the 25-yard line. Their deep guys were at the 25-yard line. They knew that ball was not about to go over their head. But I watched Harding Academy in warm-ups, and their kicker was able to knock the fire out of the ball. So I'm not
the
really
kicker
sure.
and the punter. I watched the punter, and he got some pretty good hang time.
So the Bruins will start the ball with the ball at midfield. Out of the pistol formation, haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of this. Trips to the short side, 4 wide receiver set. Caleb Willis in the backfield. He's to the right of Andrew Smith. Here's a give to Caleb Willis off of right tackle. Makes a guy miss. Not much there. Picks up about a yard on first down. Setting up 2nd and 9 from the Harding Academy 49-yard line.
Off that right tackle, Bass. Caleb's not as big as Wallace or Tharp, but he brings some pop for a smaller guy.
Yeah, so neither Tharp or Wallace in the game on that first play, and no substitutions here. So at least the first part of this drive being played without the 2 big bruising running backs in the backfield. Same formation, flip to side, strips to the wide side. Here's Carlock in motion on a jet sweep, gives around. He's met around the 47-yard line and driven back rudely. Great tackle that time by number 11, Reed Swolinski for Harding Academy.
And Pete was in on that tackle, number 45.
By the way, y'all, Pete, if you hear us say Pete, that means that number is not on the roster.
We don't have him on the roster.
So that's going to set up 3rd and a long 7. We'll call it 8 from the 47-yard line of Harding Academy. USJ started this drive off at midfield. Still neither one of the big backs. Twins to both sides. Pistol formation. Willis. Now here's Carlock in motion once again. Here's the snap. Rolling to his left. Smith looking. Needs a man. Finds a man in the middle down at the 37-yard line. All the way down to the 34-yard line. He picks up the first down. That's number 5. Brendan Long. We haven't called Brendan's name in a few weeks. A big conversion right there for the Bruins.
Brendan early on had some big catches for the Bruins. There he just kind of got in the middle, got in the seam, kind of set down, and Andrew was able to find it.
Trips to the short side pistol formation once again. Quick pitch out to the left flat. That's Wesley Carlock who makes the catch, makes a beautiful move, accelerates all the way down to about the 20-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup. Just a quick 2-yard pitch or hitch pass from Smith to Carlock. Carlock does the rest.
And you're going to have to help me. Let's watch this because he's got a big block. That was Brendan Long on that big block. Kind of took the defensive back out of the play, enabled that 12-yard pickup.
And finally, the big daddy's coming in here. Backs in the eye. That's Tharp. That's Wallace. Right behind Andrew Smith. Twins to the wide side. Here on first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's Wallace over right tackle. Not much doing. Maybe a yard and a half. He's stacked up by a host of lines on first down.
Well, and you know Harding's watched tape. What they expected was to see Wallace and Tharp and just try to power that football. And there they were trying to rip the ball away from Wallace as he was going down. Just a minimal gain.
USJ trying to take advantage of good field position to start this opening drive off at midfield. Now they're down to the 18-yard line, 2nd and 8, just over 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Backs in the eye once again. Here's Smith under center. He fakes, rolls to his right, looks for a man, Tries to hit. He's intercepted at the 10-yard line. To the 30, to the 40, to midfield. You can hang it up. It is gone. Andrew Smith picked off. It is a pick six, 80 yards. That is Tyler Moore. He just didn't see Moore. Moore's only 5'4". Smith did not see him, threw it straight to him. He made the catch, and Moore was gone after that.
Well, Moore was one of the kids we were cautioned to watch.
Well, there is a penalty flag on the play. Let's see where this flag is. I don't see it.
I don't see it, Pimpy.
By the way, y'all, I'm Pimpy. Let's see what we got here.
It looks like the kick team's coming out for an extra point.
Okay, it was a sideline warning against Harding Academy, so the touchdown will stand. Boy, the Bruins were driving a beautiful opening drive, and Smith throws the pick six. Tyler Moore, the fantastic running back for the Lions, going 80 yards untouched. And Harding Academy striking first, and USJ fans absolutely stunned. Here, Pete for the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick splits the uprights, and with 8:52 left to go in the first quarter, your new score, Harding Academy 7 and USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Smart with the Man Channel, live at Polished Man Cave. Let's check it out.
Oh, boy, I've been waiting on this all day. I've been working on this bypass with all these crazy folks yelling at me.
It's time for your sugar scrub, Mr. Spiewak.
Yes, ma'am. I had one of them back in college.
Don't forget your complimentary beer, sir.
Is this heaven?
I've been scattered, smothered, covered, chugging all day, and I smell like bacon, fat, and gravy. You can call me Calgon because I want you to take me away.
Rodney, it's time for your lotion, massage, and oil rub.
These are the 9 words every man dreams about hearing.
I hear you loud and clear, Rodney. That's all a part of the pedicure at Polished Man Cave, creating it for the guys with full grooming from nail to hair surfaces, eyeplaces, TVs, and a complimentary beer or water to make you feel right at home, and gift certificates. 1041 Union University Drive. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Michael, 30 seconds on kickoff on timeouts unless you hear from me different, okay?
Log on to
Gotcha.
No problem.
The entire menu. Polished Man Cave.
When you need to know.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's only one place to go.
Yeah, I know. I do too.
Get in the know.
Welcome back into USJ football live from Harding Academy. The Bruins will take over after another onside kick that goes out of bounds. This time they'll spot it right at the 37-yard line, and the Bruins will set up shop once again after that good-looking drive to start things off that ended up disastrously with the pick six by Tyler Moore. The Bruins will begin the ball on their own 37-yard line, just over 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's a give straight up the gut to T.J. Tharp. Breaks 2 tackles, falls forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Narrator, that is something that the Bruins will need to establish early and often, and that's those quick hitters with T.J.
Yeah, they're going to have to. And you know, that's going to help because you can see as Andrew rolls out, he does a real good job of disguising the play.
We're seeing multiple formations tonight out of the Bruins. You were definitely right about that. Here's a give off of left tackle. Not much doing that time, maybe a yard. That's going to be number 21. You know, that's Mekhi Carr, the 8th grader. That's his first carry as a varsity player, just in 8th grade.
And it's amazing that you got an 8th grader out there on that field.
Yeah, they really like this young man, Carr, coming off the field right now, but that's his first carry. You'll be hearing that name for a long, long time over the next 4 or 5 years here in Bruin Nation. So it sets up 3rd and 7 from, or I'll call it 6, from the 41-yard line, Twins to the left side. Here's Smith rolling. He's under pressure, rolling. Now he's going to tuck and run, looking for that first down marker. He is popped. Holy smokes.
Ooh.
Well, that's actually a very favorable spot, to be real honest with you. He was absolutely tattooed that time, right at the markers. By that spot, narrator, it looks like it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, it looks like it is. They haven't moved the chains yet. Now they're saying, come on.
Boy, I thought that was a generous spot. Austin Jackson absolutely tattooing Andrew Smith that time.
Did you see Mario as the play ended, though, tried to grab Andrew and kind of hold him up because he was getting, like you said, he was getting pummeled.
Yeah, Mario Nicholson, man, they're going to miss this young man next year. He's been one of my favorite players over the last couple of years for the USJ Bruins. Now the heavy package coming back in with Wallace and Tharp. I think that's the way to go. You got to establish this game. And you got to establish Tharp and Wallace here. 6:55 left to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10. That is a Hughes I Group first down. Here's Wallace off of left tackle. powering forward, following towards the 46-yard line of the Harding Academy Lions into Lion territory for the second time on 2 drives. Nice job on first down. That's what you want.
Yeah, gets off tackle, gets a little space there. And once, Wallace does to be a big guy, hits top speed pretty quick, and he had hit the hole hard there.
Yeah, that's a pickup of 7, and what a beautiful job. A great job on the replay of that time, but you can see T.J. Tharp with a beautiful clearing out block that allowed Wallace to get the 7 yards. Here's second down under center. A give once again to Wallace, straight up the middle, making men miss, and just powering forward for another Hughes I Group first down all the way down to the 37-yard line. That's Bruin football right there this year. That's what they need to do. That's what they're trying to establish on this drive.
It is, and when they get that established, that's going to make Andrew Smith rolling out, looking for Wesley Carlock, looking for Brandon Long. That's going to make that a little more effective.
Bruins 1st and 10 from the Lions, 37-yard line, backs in the eye once again. Here's Smith under the center as a quick dive to T.J. Tharp. He's hit at the line but makes a man miss. Kicks out now. He's on the way down to the 20. He stumbles but keeps his feet. Down to the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, T.J. Tharp, 37 yards on the carry. He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but he's so big and strong, he was able to roll off that tackle, and once he did, there was nobody. Touchdown, Bruins.
Well, Jordan Clay got there for a second, but then T.J. Tharp give him those stiff arm one steals. Boom! Going to have to go and get out of here.
Boy, and watching this big offensive line engage blockers down the field and just really knock that linebacking core about 5 or 6 yards off their points. Beautiful execution that time. Maybe got a little too cute on the first drive. They rectified that. Great, powerful drive. Now in for the extra point for the Bruins. Here is Ben Pledger. The extra point is up. The extra point is good. And your new score, with 5:35 left to go in the first quarter, USJ 7, Harding Academy 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
Welcome back to Memphis, Tennessee. Beautiful area of Memphis here on the campus of Harding Academy, USJ. Harding Academy, week number 10, halfway through the first quarter. Harding Academy's offense hasn't even touched the ball yet. Bruins have had 2 drives. One ended up in a pick 6. And then, of course, this last one took just over 2 minutes, resulting in a 37-yard touchdown run by T.J. Tharp.
Well, I think we could see there what USA is capable of on that drive by dominating the line of scrimmage. They were able to move the ball 6, 8, 9 yards of carry. So I feel good about it, dog.
Pledger with a squib kick that goes out of bounds about the 17-yard line. I mean, it's clear that neither one of these teams want to allow their deep men of the other team to get their hands on the ball because they both believe they can get it to the house. And they're both right, by the way.
We just saw Tyler Moore take it to the house.
But Pledger is more than capable of getting it into the end zone, and he squib kicks it just like Harding Academy did. Seabass, Richard, the narrator Barber, Michael Losborn, Lawson Mann, Paul Schulze, Michael King, and Juicy's around this joint somewhere.
I think Juicy's watching the game with the coaches in there.
He's having a big time. I think he's trying to call plays. He said, no, man, you don't want to run that, not in that package. So with 5:28 left to go in the first half, the Harding Academy offense takes the ball for the first time under the direction of quarterback Miles Neely. They also going out of this pistol formation. 3 wide receiver set. Here's Neely rolling to his left, looking for man, throwing across his body, looking for his man. It's a beautiful strike. Did he get his feet down? Holy smokes. What a catch that time by Kobe Hollins. All the way down to the 36-yard line. Narrator, let's take a look at this and see if he got those feet down. Beautiful throw by Neely. Throws across his body. We're going to good look at it here, slowing it down, throws it on a dime, and Bam. Yes, got a foot down in there.
Definitely got his right foot down.
I tell you what, it doesn't get any better than
was
that.
able to kind of dance there, get his right foot down, and then just went limp and fell out of bounds, just like he's supposed to do.
1st and 10 from the Bruin 36-yard line. Here's option football to the right side wide. A beautiful move by Moore. Nowhere to go. Lucky to get to the back to the line of scrimmage. He'll even get a yard out of that. T.J. Tharp with the tackle. That was an odd-looking option pitch. Used both of his hands and kind of pushed it at him.
Like a basketball chest pass.
Never seen one like that before. You don't option pitch with both hands. Here it is, and that's exactly what I've never seen that in any level of football in my life. Well, you can tell Moore's dangerous. He's only 5'4", maybe. What do you think, narrator?
Well, he's so little, they didn't put his weight on there.
125 pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A little bitty guy. But boy, he's quick.
He's the same young man that had the pick six to start this thing off. 4:42 left to go here in the first quarter. Knotted up at 7. 2nd and 9 for the Bruins. Here's Moore on an end around. He's down to the 25, cuts it back inside, down to the 20, makes another man miss, and finally goes down about the 15-yard line. Pickup of almost 20 yards on the play for Harding Academy, and that kind of speaks to, and that was actually number 9, Austin Jackson, but it kind of speaks to the dangerous ability of these skill position players for the Lions.
It does, and my hat's off to the Harding Academy play caller. He's kind of mixed this stuff up. He's had some sweeps, thrown the ball downfield. Of course, you got Tyler Moore that can get his own. So
1st and 10, man in motion. That's Neely in the shotgun. Now here's Moore in motion. Here's a give to Moore right up the gut. He makes one man miss, cuts back inside. He'll pick up about 5.5 yards. We'll call it 5 yards on 1st down. But so far, Harding Academy getting a pretty good push off that offensive line. Not an overly big offensive line, but really owning the line of scrimmage right there in the A-gap. Mario got stood up.
Well, and, the guard pulled. They went around. And while Tyler Moore's not a big kid, he plays bigger than he is.
Harding Academy threatening inside the 10-yard line, 2nd and 5. That's Neely in motion once again, double tight formation. Here's Moore in motion once again. This time Neely calling his own number, tries to bounce it outside. He does and gets all the way down to where they're going to spot him at. They're going to say he got in. Boy, I didn't think he got in. They're going to say he snuck that ball across. Boy, Moore was met right around the 7-yard line, but they couldn't wrap him up. He bounced it outside. Let's take a look at it here on the instant replay, courtesy of Worthy Road Studios. Moore, the outstanding electric quarterback, bounces around and just gets that pylon. Yeah, he got the pylon touchdown. And actually, they brought in their Wildcat quarterback. That's Malik Young. Malik Young, the quarterback, gets it, goes in from 7 yards. The extra point is up and good. And with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter, Harding Academy, a team, now they're 5-4, but they've struggled throughout the year. Harding Academy 14 and USJ 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
At Fujiyama, we've got boxes all over the restaurant. The bento boxes are a Jackson lunch favorite. Having trouble choosing? Well, that's what the bento box is for. Each box includes soup, salad, fried rice, tempura, and 4 fresh pieces of the daily roll. Then you choose from the beef, chicken, shrimp, or the salmon teriyaki, or spicy chicken or pork. The most popular box is the to-go box because our bento boxes are huge. Try the bento box today at Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant, Steakhouse, and Sushi Bar, 10 Stonebridge, Suite E in Jackson.
Well, I would say back deep, and this time Harding Academy actually kicks it deep. The ball taken at the 15-yard line, makes a man miss, straddling the sidelines all the way up to the 40. He stays in bounds. He fumbles the football. And the Lions pounce on it at the 45-yard line, pun intended, and Wesley Carlock just disgusted with himself right now. Great move. He was straddling that sideline. He made a first man miss big time, shook him out of his shoes, just straddled that line, gets up to about the 40. Actually, he stepped out of bounds. Give me that replay once again. Looks like, narrator, he stepped out around the 42-yard line. Look around the 42. You can watch this at WNWS.com. It looks like, right, a little more, you're going to see, bam, right there. Yeah, it's close. I think it's one of those deals where the ankle is up in the air, and it's the only reason
you can see a little
that he's not out of bounds. Yeah, so I'll say that's a good call, a quick call. But the second turnover, a disastrous one, is set up Harding Academy, who at least on that first drive had absolutely no problem with this USJ defense. Critical turnover here And the Lions are set up and shot in good position from the Bruin 45-yard line on first down.
You never want to turn the ball over, but Wesley was fighting to get the ball downfield.
Now here's Neely giving off to Moore down to the 45. He's knocked out of bounds around the 34-yard line. That's a pickup of 12, and really the Lions staying ahead of the chains, and they have no answers so far for Tyler Moore.
No, that was Carter Craig on the tackle there, but Tyler Moore is just so quick, and he makes his cut so quick. It's kind of like they talk about, who was that talk about last week, trying to tackle a catfish underwater.
Yeah, I don't remember who that was, but that was funny. I do remember that. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of the Bruins. Here's Harding Academy rolling to his right. Now looking, he's under pressure, being pressured. Here's Moore. He's going to be sacked. Neely. He's going to be sacked for about a 10-yard loss that time. Boy, Mario Nicholson, big Mario Nicholson at 300 pounds. Watch this, narrator. Now he's doubled. He beats both those guys, forces Neely to scramble out, gets all the way down there, and it looks like Carter Craig comes up. And no, it's not Carter Craig. That's actually Blaine Verdung. Blaine Verdung and Mario Nicholson. But that was all about big Mario, man, at 3+, chasing down that quarterback. What a play.
Run him out of the pocket. Verdung was able to come up and help, but Mario at 3:05 getting across the field like this.
2nd and 19 from the Bruin 43-yard line. He's in the backfield, Neely trying to call his own number straight up the middle. Absolutely nothing working there that time. Seth DeBerry, he got kicked out on a block a few minutes ago for a big gain, but that time he whooped his man. No gain that time. Boy, Seth DeBerry, big-time play right there.
Yeah, and I don't know that we've seen a player in the last couple of years make such a huge jump between last year and this year as Seth DeBerry making an impact on the football game.
So critical play right now for the Bruins defense. 1:18 left to go and a running clock here in the first quarter. Bruins trailing 14-7. This sets up 3rd and 19 for Harding Academy from the Bruin 43-yard line. Single wide receivers to the right and the left. Moore in the backfield with Neely flanking him to his left. Like some motion there, didn't call it. Neely looking to his right. He's got a man down the right sidelines, overthrows his man. That ball was actually a little underthrown. It ended up sailing over their head, but Willis was right there in perfect coverage. He was blanketing Austin Jackson. Not a great start. Oh, the start to that drive was great, but a little bit of pressure that time by USJ. Neely not really able to step into that football, and I think that's why it got away from him.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that was DeBerry or who that was coming off that corner, but he got there quick, and he just had to get rid of the football.
So great stop that time for the Bruins after that second turnover there on the kickoff return. Nice job of the Bruins holding. Let's see now. I don't see the punter on the field unless Neely's going to do a little bit of one of those little quick punts.
Yeah,
he's the only one in the backfield. That's exactly the case, and he nearly has it blocked. And holy cow. Oh, man, a Bruin runs right into him for no particular good reason at all. Just... I don't know what else to say. That is just not a smart play. We'll see what the call is on this one. Obviously on the Bruins.
Yeah, let's see what it is. If it's running into the kicker.
And that ball was already gone. I mean, it was gone. There's just no, you did not have to run into him that time. The USJ, not particularly sharp coming out, doing little things that get you beat against average teams, much less good teams. So
Two turnovers a quarter will do it, get you beat every time.
Absolutely, especially on the road. Let's see what we've got here. Running into the kicker, USJ, blocking the back, Harding Academy. So those two penalties will cancel each other out, it looks like.
Looks like we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. Now, they did walk the ball up to the 38-yard line, but it'll still be 4th down, but that makes it 4th and about 14. But it's at the 38-yard line. It makes you wonder if Hardin County says, you know what, if we don't get it right here, we're going to give them the ball at the 38-yard line. Maybe we try to pin them deep, but we've got some explosive players and a mobile quarterback. I wonder if this changes their mind, and maybe they go for it.
Well, it looks like the officials are still talking it over here. I don't know what the deal is.
Not sure what they're talking about, but they're discussing it, and they're going to get it right. We'll see what they come up with. They pick up their flags and say, let's play ball.
Are evidently against the Bruins. One is an illegal block in the back, and the other one is running into the kicker. The running into the kicker would only be a 5-yard penalty.
All right, so same formation. Neely, narrator, 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. No one else here there with him. Wesley Carlock is back deep. He's at his own 7-8 yard line. See if we can not run into him again. Here's the snap, another kick. And I'm going to tell you what, the same player nearly did it again. Nearly ran it. He was right at his foot, and he nearly did it again, but the ball goes out of bounds. Let's see where they spot this ball. I think it'll be just shy of the 20-yard line. They'll call it the 18-yard line where the Bruins will set up shop. But narrator, the Bruins, they're sleepwalking here, but not exactly sharp. And even when they get beat, they're usually still pretty sharp. They haven't been sharp at all.
No, they haven't. The 2 turnovers, of course, turnovers are going to happen, but 2 in a quarter gets you beat, like you said, especially on the road. They got to they got to win tonight to stay home and play next week at home.
Backs in the eye, 38 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It's Wallace off right tackle. Huge hole all the way up to the 27-yard line. It's going to be just short of a first down, a pickup of about 9 on the carry for Tyler Wallace off right tackle.
Well, Wallace is the kind of kid that he ain't gonna break it for 90, but he can get you 3 13s.
Boy, Roan Sewell with a beautiful block that time to spring Wallace. See if the Bruins get another playoff here before the end of the first quarter, under 10 seconds. And wow. Now here's a surprise. 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter on a 2nd and 1, and Harding Academy calls timeout. Okay. I mean, they have 3 of them, so you can do it. You can use them however you want, I guess. Just a little bit of a surprise.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, in 6 seconds, the ball is it's going to be dead, and you're going to go to a timeout. So I'm not really sure why you would use one there with 6 seconds left to go, but they did. We'll keep it here. Don't forget throughout the night to send us the text, the scores, the games that you are at. There's some big games going on around Jackson, around all of West Tennessee. It is the final regular season week of the season. Next week, we begin playoffs. Now, we'll have USJ football for you next week, the playoffs. Only question is now is where and who. So we got any scores coming in here. Chester County on top of Lexington. That's a big game there, Raider. 2 teams who combined have won 3 games, but the winner's going to the playoffs.
Somebody going to the playoffs, and it will make their season. The goal is let's go to the playoffs. They're going to do it.
Liberty has jumped out on top of Hardin County 6-0. Here are the Bruins. 2nd and 1 from their own 27-yard line. Here's a give to Wallace. He's got a lead blocker. He'll move all the way up to about the 33-yard line. That's good enough for a Hughes I Group first down, and it'll also signify the end of quarter number 1. So after 1 here live from Harding Academy, your score, Harding Academy 14 and USJ 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
It's going down this Thursday at the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Thursday nights during football season, the cheap seats will be live at the Blacksmith for Thursday Night Throwdown. Football fans will have cornhole, ping pong, and we'll be giving away Titans tickets to some lucky winner, courtesy of MasterFit Medical. Located at 216 North Shannon Street, across from the Farmers Market. Try the Johnny Cakes or fried green tomatoes or the Molten Burger. Maybe it's the hot chicken sandwich or the blackened shrimp. Thursday night's new home for football is the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Downtown Jackson, across from the Farmers Market.
Narrator, will you tell Lawson to quit staring at me?
Lawson, don't be staring at Bass, dog.
It's freaking me out, to be real honest with you.
He's freaked out.
I love that guy. Man, had a great ride in here with Paul and Lawson. Aren't they?
They're so much fun.
They're just fun people to be around, right?
So much fun. Me and Law Dog was talking about Harry Potter and stuff.
Have you ever seen a Harry Potter movie?
I don't know who Harry Potter is.
Well, it's Harry Potter, man. I don't know what to say. McNary on top of Westview, 7-0 early on in that one. That one at McNary. Here are the Bruins. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Here's a give to Wallace off right tackle. He's met at the line of scrimmage, stumbles forward for a gain of about 2 off right tackle.
Yeah, Wallace is the kind of kid that, you worry about a kid getting too many carries, but Wallace at, 6'1", 240, he's going to need him about 12 or 15 carries just to get going.
And he is every bit of that 242. And if you get up close to him, you've seen him start throw just rip.
Yeah. Arms just look like tree trunks, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Stamper. Huh?
You ain't lying.
One of the best hires this school has
He's put
ever
his stamp
made.
on this program, too.
3 wide receiver set from their own 35-yard line. Here's a quick toss to the left side. Wallace off left tackle, bulling forward. He's still going. He'll finally go down about the 43 43-yard line, maybe the 44. Looks like he should have just enough for a Hughes I Group first down.
Yeah, Mario and them just cleaned up, sealed off that left tackle. Tyler Wallace was able to come off of it with a big gain.
So 1st and 10 for the Bruins from their own 44-yard line, trailing 14-7, despite 2 turnovers. One was a pick six. They turned over, they fumbled a kickoff a few minutes ago, but had a good defensive stand and now have the ball back with something working here on first down. Miscommunication in the backfield, and Smith and Tharp run into each other. The ball hits the ground, but TJ is able to fall on it. But one thing the Bruins cannot afford to do is get behind the chains. That time there was just a mix-up.
Yeah, it was a mix-up. And, you said a few minutes ago, the Bruins not looking particularly sharp tonight. They're not. Just lack of focus, not knowing the play call.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from their own 42. Here's Smith rolling to his right out in a short side flat. That's caught at the 49-yard line of Harding Academy, and Wesley Carlock on the catch steps out of bounds for a gain of 8 yards, setting up 3rd down just past midfield into Harding Academy territory at the Harding Academy 49. That'll set up 3rd and 3. Need a conversion here, narrator.
Yeah, USJ feels comfortable with Andrew Smith's ability to roll out, and because he's fairly accurate, big throw there, but we still got to convert here.
It's 3rd and a long 3, but the beauty of that with this power running game is that the run is absolutely still in play here for the Bruins. Twins to the short side, backs in the eye. Smith underneath. Here's a quick toss. Nice kick out, blocked by TJ Tharp. Wallace, he's got a lane all the way down to the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Boy, when you go back and watch this replay on Worthy Road Studios, you're going to see, watch this narrator. It's one of those quick toss sweeps. Watch TJ Tharp with this lead block. Devastating. Just kicks it out, and once he does that, there's nobody there. And Wallace switches hands. He knows what to do with it and barrels all the way down to the 27 for a Hughes I Group first down.
Yeah, when he hit his top speed like that, those, you got a defensive back that's about 5'9", 5'10", 160 pounds, going to have to try to eat that.
Bruins down to the 27-yard line of Harding Academy in business, trailing 7-0. Here's a give to Wallace. Not much doing, but he still continues to move the pile. He was hit 2 yards in the backfield, and he'll end up with a yard on this one.
Yeah, just a big, strong kid, and just a junior. We're going to get to watch him again next year.
Tackle on the play by the Lions, number 11.
8:52 left to go here in the first half. Does it seem to you like this first half is absolutely
first
flying
quarter just
by?
Flew by.
I'm telling you, man.
Flew by.
So the Bruins, again, setting up shop and Harding Academy territory down to the 27-yard line. They'll say he gained 1 on it, 2nd and 9. Here's another one, a short side toss sweep, nowhere to go. And Wallace will go down, a loss of about 3 yards back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're going to get Wallace, that's how you got to get him before he gets going good. And they were able to get him in the backfield, get him stood up to some help got there.
The big 3rd down here for the Bruins. Now, I would say that run's not on the table here, but it's the most successful thing they do. But you got to believe that's probably not going to be the case because Wallace and Tharp both off the field. They bring Caleb Willis back in here. This is one of those things you got to believe it's going to be Smith rolling to the wide side to his left across his body. Here's the snap. He drops straight back. There's a flag. He's under great pressure. Now sets up a screen back to Caleb Willis. Nobody there. Needs a block. Gets it. Splits 2 defenders and picks up the first down all the way down to the 14-yard line. Boy, Smith did a great job disguising that. The only problem is there's some mustard on the field. It was thrown at the snap, and this one, friends, is coming back.
I didn't see who moved. We get a replay, maybe we can see what happened there. But
illegal procedure by the Bruins. Let's see if we can get a replay here. Narrator, no one moved.
Let's
get this replay one more time, if you don't mind. Here you go. Let's see. Did the center mimic the snap? Anything? Absolutely not. We have it in slow motion. Not one Bruin moved. Not one.
Didn't see a
Did not move a muscle. This is not biased. I'm not saying that at all. Not one player moved. We've got it. Not only do we have it, we have it in slow motion, and absolutely nobody moves.
Wow.
I don't know what they could possibly be looking at right there. We looked at it 3 different times, and nobody moved. We looked at all 11 players. Not one player moved. Nonetheless, the Bruins will call timeout. That's going to make it 3rd and 16 from the Lion 35-yard line. We'll take this 30-second timeout and come back to you on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
It's a new year. You could get a new car or a new house, but you're only given one body in this life, and you should fuel your body at Grubb's Grocery, Jackson's only full-service natural and organic market. All natural and organic groceries and gluten-free options. Full line of healthy vitamins and supplements. Everything at Grubb's is free of artificial preservatives, flavors, colors, and sweeteners. Grubb's Deli has fresh sandwiches, wraps, and soup and salad bar. Grubb's Grocery, Jackson Walk Plaza, downtown Jackson, across from the lift, and GrubbsGrocery.com.
We were just showing the coaching staff who's in the booth with us, and Lawson, his great work. We showed them, we told them that no one moved. Showed them the replay, and they're kind of scratching their heads too.
Nobody has seen movement on that, but anywhere on those 11.
It's not going to be undone. There's nothing we can do about it, but it's simply a bad call.
Yeah.
On a huge play that would have had the Bruins set up 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. Now they're 3rd and 16 from the 35-yard line of the Lions. Let's see. And this may be one of those situations where at the 35, this is not about this play. It's about 2 plays.
Yeah, 2 to get you first down.
So let's see what happens. Backs in the eye, twins to the wide side. That's the left side. We have another stoppage here. I don't know what this is. Delay of game. Out of a timeout.
Flag on the play, dead ball. Delay of game against the Bruins. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Okay. I'll just say okay. How about that? I mean, they just came from the sidelines and went straight to the line of scrimmage.
There's not a play clock here. I mean, that was awful quick.
Okay. We can't do anything about it. Unreal. So that's going to set up 3rd and 20. A cab ride from the 41-yard line. Here's Smith dropping back now, stepping up, fires a missile caught down at the 20-yard line. That's Wesley Carlock on a deep end pick up about 17 yards. He's going to be about 3 yards short, maybe 2 yards short of the first down. What a throw by Andrew Smith. Had plenty of time, steps into that throw, and fires a strike.
Nice pitch and catch because Carlock knew he was going to get hit. Looked the ball in, put it away, took the hit, and you make this a makeable 4th down now.
Boy, yeah, and not even a thought about kicking the field goal here with this heavy running package, double tight formation, backs in the eye. Here's the give to Wallace. Not much there. He's going to fall forward, but he's not going to get it. He's going to be about a yard short that time. They clogged up the middle. They tried to get it, and hey, that's what I would have ran too. Big man on big man. I trust this running game. They just didn't get it done. A little bit of penetration that time by that stacked linebacker, and he was able to get him around the ankles and bring Wallace down about a yard short. So heck of an effort by the Bruins, falls just a little short.
Yeah, you bet on Wallace in this offensive line 9 times out of 10. They're going to get that couple of yards, just not able to convert this.
Well, I'm just having trouble with that particular call. That illegal procedure call.
Yeah, and like you said, that's not being a homer. It just didn't happen.
It just didn't happen. So here are the Lions, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Here's Moore in motion. It's a reverse coming back the other way. He'll cut outside. Beautiful open field tackle that time. Let's see who that was on the tackle. Well, Jackson is as shifty as Moore is. It looks like Caleb Willis with that open field tackle, narrator, and he's one of the only ones that could have made that tackle.
Yeah, because Caleb has the athletic ability to make the tackle in space.
Well, and T.J. Tharp forced that play outside. Yeah, he forced that play farther out than they really wanted to go. But a pickup of 5 on 1st down, 2nd and 5 for the Lions from their own 25-yard line. 6 minutes, 9 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Harding Academy leading 14-7. Here's a give to Moore off right tackle. Tries to cut it back inside. Absolutely nothing doing. T.J. Tharp and company shutting that one down. Maybe a yard there on 2nd down.
Yeah, Moore's so quick. He got to the hole quick, but TJ had just filled the hole. And when TJ get his arms around you, if you don't weigh but 140 pounds, you finna go down.
I used to weigh 140 pounds.
When you were 4 years old.
4?
5.
No, I made 10, 12.
Man, I don't remember 140 pounds.
3rd and 3 from their own 27-yard line. Here's Moore out of the, that's Neely out of the shotgun with Moore in motion. Neely calling his own number up the gut, splits through the B gap, and falls forward for a gain of 5 yards on 3rd and 3, and the drive will continue. First down, Harding Academy.
Well, Neely's another guy that's he's a good athlete. And Malik Young, when he steps in, you don't see a lot of difference there, but they run Malik out of that Wildcat package.
So really, you're right. It's been Jackson, Young, and Moore. The guys that were advertised are the ones that are beating them so far. And you mentioned Malik Young. Austin Jackson's another guy that's played well so far for Harding Academy. 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Here's a straight give to Moore. Bounces outside. Beautiful cut. Holy cow. He'll go out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Gain of 8. But that should have been no gain whatsoever. And look, doing his best Darren Sproles impression. How about that kick out?
That's that kind of who he reminds you of. Darren Sproles, little guy. But watch this, man. I mean, plants a foot, gets outside. And then with that lateral speed, just can't get there.
And Blaine Verdunk says, wait a minute, I was in position. Coach, I was exactly where you told me to be. You know, you can either make that play or you can't. Boy, now look at this. That alignment, he's off the line.
He is.
He is definitely off the line. Let's see if they call that on the snap here. Here's a straight. It's actually Neely calling his own number. That's Young. Check that. He's in the game right now. He straightens it out all the way to about the 43-yard line. USJ stays home, and once again in run support, Caleb Willis does a great job. Boy, they keep running those quarterbacks in and out, going back and forth between Young and Miles Neely, and they're about the same size and the same skill set. Boy, they just keep rotating it over and over and over.
Yeah, really, the only difference you really see in them is the number. We really didn't expect to see the ball in the air a lot. They are alternating their quarterbacks, and then when they don't have it, Tyler Moore does.
Just over 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Well, I've really been impressed with this Harding Academy team. I'd heard they weren't very good, to be honest with you, this year. I don't know how St. George beat them, I'll be honest with you. Here's the end-around give. Met in the backfield. He may get back to the line of scrimmage that time. I believe that was Jackson, and met by a host of Bruins right around the 44-yard line, maybe a gain of 1.
Well, you see him try to, when he's had the most success is when he's been able to get out and turn the corner and get in space and use his speed.
That was Blaine Verdung on the tackle and Seth DeBerry. They've been pretty successful in between the tackles. It's when they get outside of the tackles where Harding Academy becomes extremely dangerous. Young in at quarterback of the shotgun with Moore flanked to his right. A fullback in front of him. Single split wide receivers to the wide side. Here's the snap to Young. Calls his own number, and he is knocked down about a 3-yard loss. Blaine Verdung is mad, and you can tell it. He's, look, I've had enough of this right here. He shot the gap, and he blew that play up before it could ever get going. Blaine Verdung having a great game.
He really is. And then Mario able to come in and wipe it all away. What's this? Boom.
Man, what a play right there. And, yeah, you mentioned Mario, who's having another fantastic game. That's a loss of 3, setting up 3rd and 12 for the Lions from their own 41-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left to go. No particular hurry in the Lions right now. And now they'll actually call a timeout. That's their second of the half, and we will take it with them. You're listening to Bruin Football. With 2:51 left to go in the first half, it's Harding Academy 14 and USJ 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing in Bells, Tennessee is ready to take your home to the next level with beautiful hardwood flooring selections from hickory, maple, heart of pine, acacia, and distressed oak. At Overton Flooring, we have the only showroom featuring sanded, stained, and finished flooring. If you're ready for a beautiful new look for your home, call the floor guy, Al Overton, at 345-3114. That's 345-3114. Overton Flooring, 12808 Highway 79 in Bells. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and by appointment.
I want to give a shout out to my alma mater, the Kingsbury Falcons, last night knocking off the Bolton Wildcats 21-18 to finish the season 1-9 and their first win in the last 2 years. Congratulations. Who are we? The mighty, mighty Falcons.
Congratulations to the Falcons.
23-0 Dresden on top of Humboldt in the first quarter. Haywood leading Obion 7-0. Here is 3rd and 12 for the Lions from their own 41-yard line. Dropping back. Here's a straight go right down the seam. He's got a man open if he can haul it in, and I think he was out of bounds right there. Let's see if he catches it. They'll say he's in bounds. right around the 19-yard line. Was he able to? Let's see this. I really thought that ball drifted and ran him straight out of bounds. It's a beautiful throw that time by Young, but the ball drifted on him just a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no question about it. Now, let me get that slow-mo one more time, just exactly when he had possession of this football as it comes down to him right here around the 20. Yeah, boy, yeah, I'll have to go with that. That was another bang-bang play.
Couldn't overrule it.
Nah, no question about it. Now here's the Lions' option to the wide side. They're going to blow this play dead.
Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like we're going to have illegal procedure on Harding Academy. I think that's only the second penalty on the Lions here in the first half. Boy, it doesn't matter if it's Young or Neely. Both these guys with big arms.
But there was somebody missing the assignment on the previous play because Burns was wide open. Nobody within 7 or 8 yards.
And there was zero safety help over the top too that time. So I think you may be right. Missed assignment that time by the Bruins. 2:38 left to go. And the Bruins, remember, they had the ball to start this game off, so you really don't want to give up another score here because the Lions get the ball to start the third quarter, leading 14-7 from the Bruin 24-yard line, 1st and 15. Here's Neely in the shotgun. Here's Moore in motion. Option pitch once again, the two-handed option pitch. Here's Moore, nowhere to go, met by a host of Bruins, maybe a yard. That time strung out very well by this Bruin defense.
They really did. USJ was able to string it out, get to the corner, seal the corner, just nowhere for Moore to go. Or I'm sorry, Young to go.
Yeah, I'm just miffed by this two-handed option pitch. You present it like that, you are saying, I'm pitching this ball.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing right away, and it just tips it. But, if they can't stop it, what's the difference? But at that time they did. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So short side is the right side. Here's Neely with two backs in the backfield. That's Moore right beside him. Here's the snap. That's actually Jackson. Good grief. He turns, looks for a man in the end zone, overshoots him. He had a man. That was Austin Jackson. Young had a man, just led him a little bit too far. Look at that. What in the world did you do with that banner? What is up with that sleepy banner? Man, it looks like our banner needs to go on the treadmill, Jack.
We missed. We dodged the bullet there.
Yeah,
they were able to get behind Wesley on that, and with the play was there. They just overthrew it a little.
Yeah, a better throw, and that's 6 points. There's no question about it. But here's a big play: 3rd and 13 from the 22-yard line for the Lions. Bruins really need to keep them out of the end zone and hopefully off the scoreboard completely here on this drive. Same formation. That's Malik Young in the backfield once again from the shotgun. He looks to his left on the slant, throws it behind his receiver, but he comes back and gets it. Well, that was a great adjustment that time by number 23, Kobe Hollins, the senior wide receiver. Narrator, that pass was behind him on a slant. That is a very, very difficult job. Look at this. He comes back, plants a foot, and is able to get it and picks up about 9 on the play. That's going to set up 4th and 4. The Bruins are going to call timeout here.
It was a great job by the receiver, but you got to give Caleb Willis some props there too, because it was behind him. He had excellent coverage, and he had to make the adjustment to make the tackle.
High school football brought to you by Home Medical Products, HMP. Home Medical Products, man, supplying you with CPAPs, oxygen, everything you need to get yourself back into your health. And to be healthy. And, sometimes you get out of the hospital and you just need that helping hand. Home Medical Products can take care of you. By Allegra Design Print Mail, see Mike and Karen Ashley, located Old Hickory at Hollywood. By Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing, or quality men's clothing at affordable prices across from the former Toys R Us, if you will, on North Highland. And by Robinson Toyota, Van Drive in the columns, man. Your winning drive off the field, go by and see Joseph Robinson and his team in the columns at Robinson Toyota. What did you see, by the way, narrator? You saw something during the timeout?
No, I'll get with you on it during the break.
Okay, all right. So the Lions are going to go for it from the USJ 13-yard line, 4th and 4, rolling to his right. Nothing there. Now he's going to be met, but he's driving and moving those feet. Did he get enough to get the first down? I don't think he did. That was number 3, Malik Young. He fell forward, but I think he's going to be about a half yard short, narrator. I think the Bruins have held.
Yeah, they're starting to swap him out now. He did come up just a little short. Looked like DeBerry, and I couldn't tell who the other kid was.
Oh, that's Craig. Yeah. No question about it. That was number 24. Yeah, Carter Craig, the junior DB, with a huge stop. So, minute 20 left to go here, deep in their own territory from around the 10-yard line. Let's see if the Bruins stay conservative. They don't have their heavy package in. Twins to both sides with Caleb Willis in the backfield with Andrew Smith. Let's see what we've got here. The play is blown dead, and Harding Academy calls their final timeout. Now, there's a flag on the field.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Makes you wonder if Harding Academy may have had 12 men on the field and tried to call a timeout. Okay, no, they'll pick up the flag. Yeah, they're going to pick up the flag. Okay, and it's going to be the final charge timeout for Harding Academy here in the first half. High school football brought to you by Range USA, Jackson's only indoor shooting range and handgun permit classes. See rangeusa.com, and by Boykin Mowing and Landscape. Mowing, weed control, fertilization, trimming shrubs and trees, mulching, planting, and more. Call 394-7249. 3:45 left to go in the second quarter. Peabody not blowing Adamsville out, but leading 14-0. That comes in from Drew Magruder. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Okay. And according to our Drew Magruder, the Tide is leading 14-0.
Well, yeah, you're right. That's not a blowout. But I'll tell you, even with the year Adamsville's had, which is, ain't been a great year, they're going to be up for Peabody.
I don't think there's any question about it. They just may be outgunned today. So, 1st and 10 Bruins from their own 10-yard line. Andrew White in the gun out of the pistol. Lifts that right leg, gets the snap, rolls out to his left. Here's a pass caught at the 20-yard line and taken down immediately. That's going to be on that reception. I believe that was Brendan Long. Yeah, it was Brendan Long. He's having a fine game tonight. A big reception, 11 yards. That'll move the ball all the way up to just past the 20-yard line. First down. That's a Hughes I group first down. Bruins clock running just over a minute left to go. Same formation. Andrew Smith rolling to his right, looking for his tight end. He'll find him, but only a gain of 5 yards. See if the Bruins choose to use a timeout here. They only have one left. That's one of those where it might have been better off if they didn't catch the football. That was Carter Craig on the reception, 47 seconds on a rolling clock. Bruins. Here's a quick hitch into the right flat. Needs to get out of bounds. Can't do it. Beautiful tackle in the open field. Bruins need to call a timeout right here, but they won't. 35 seconds left in the half. Clock is rolling. Let's see, and now the Bruins do, in fact, call the timeout. Let a few seconds get away from them. That was Joseph McGrath on the tackle, but it's a yard short, so it sets up 3rd and 1 here, narrator. And it's one of those deals where if they're not able to pick up this first down, they're definitely going to have to punt.
Yeah, they'll have to punt. But Bass, what does it say about this USJ coaching staff that they trust the sophomore quarterback, Andrew Young, with the ball on the 10-yard line to put it up in there?
Andrew Smith, and no problem. Well, we've had Young and Neely and Smith. They've been rotating them out so much. It's certainly understandable. I hear you. And these are safe routes for the most part. But, what's interesting right here, with 31 seconds and no timeouts left, what do you do here? Do you bring your heavy package in, get the first down, stop the clock on the first down, spike it? Yeah. Maybe see if they do that here. Let's see what they come in there. Now, they're going with the same lineup here, and it's still shotgun formation, but only 2 down linemen. Look at this. They're running a 2-5. Yeah, a 2-5-4. Okay. All right, and here one walks up. Now here's a deep shotgun snap. Here's Smith rolling to his right, looking for Wesley Carlock around the 40-yard line. That pass is incomplete, so that sets up 4th down and 1 from the 30-yard line. I don't think you can go for this here.
No, you can't go for this. No, you got.
Let's see what the Bruins choose to do. They will not go for it here. Just too much at stake here right now.
That ball's inside the 30. You can't. You got to get that ball out of there.
Yeah, I think game situation dictates that. There was a lot of pressure on Smith. He couldn't really step into that throw and wasn't able to complete it. So the Bruins will punt the football from their own 30-yard line with 25 seconds left to go. Man back deep at the 36-yard line. I can't see who that is. I hope it's not more, to be real honest with you.
If it's more, I'll be darned if I'd punt it that way.
You got that right.
Out of bounds.
No pressure. Here's a punt beautiful punt turns over, is going to hit around the 42-yard line, and it'll hit a Bruin. That ball would have rolled about another 10 yards, and now there's more back there, by the way. But it'll roll dead at the 36-yard line with 16 seconds left to go. You know, if you're Harding Academy, there's really no reason here not to go deep.
Sure.
I mean, you can take a knee, you can just run up the middle if you want to, but honestly, with only 16 seconds left, even if you get picked off 40 yards down the field, that's going to leave them 5 seconds left. Yeah, so I'll be real interested to see how they handle this one. Now, coming in at quarterback for this particular possession, Malik Young. He's been alternating all night long with Miles Neely. So we'll see what Harding Academy chooses to do. It's a 3 wide receiver set. Now here's a back in motion. That's Jackson. It's going to be a halfback pass. Now there's no way that's a flag now.
They're not going to come.
Yeah, Colby Hollins tried to come back to the ball, but he tried to go through Wesley Carlock to do it. He falls down. The home crowd wants a call, but wisely the officials realize that is not pass interference.
Well, and Wesley playing disciplined football there, made sure he had his eye on his man, and was able to close and make that where they weren't going to complete the pass.
Yeah, that's a great job there by the officiating crew. A nice inside position that time by Carlock.
Yeah, you could see the official shaking his head no when he was waving his arms incomplete.
8 seconds left to go in the first half. We'll get you an update here in just a second from Northside at the half. From Southside at the half. Southside leading Northside in what has been called a slugfest, 7-6.
Wow.
No surprise it's that type of game there in Hawks Vegas. Northside scored first but misses the extra point. Southside scored late in the second. They have theirs. That's the difference after 24. Southside leading Northside 7-6. At the half here, USJ trailing Harding Academy 14-7. When we start in the third quarter, Harding Academy will get the ball to start the third quarter and leading 14-7. High school football brought to you by Sarah Cadillac Chevrolet, Buick GMC and Kia, Stonebridge Boulevard right here in Jackson. One destination, so many choices. Shop online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at sarahjackson.com. By Poplar Corner Exxon, the only true full-service station in Jackson, offering all major and minor vehicle repairs and service, plus propane gas at the intersection of Hollywood and the 45 bypass. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back, and we'll look at some scores from around West Tennessee here in week number 10, and we'll get the narrator's thoughts on what he saw in the first half. Again, your score at the half here from Memphis, Tennessee, Harding Academy 14 and USJ 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life. MasterFit Medical Equipment is on a mission, and that mission is to serve everyone with premium medical equipment at savings you wouldn't find elsewhere. At MasterFit, we represent over 200 medical equipment and supply manufacturers and over 90,000 products, with much of it in our warehouse right here in Jackson. Defibrillators, monitors, EKGs, pumps, sensors, and more. So when you need more affordable medical equipment, call MasterFit Medical Equipment at 554-1223. Shop Carlock Nissan of Jackson on-site or online today. Carlock's new and used Nissan dealership in Jackson has stylish, competitively priced new options to explore. So don't put off your search for a Nissan any longer. Carlock's knowledgeable, experienced sales staff is committed to delivering a high quality of service that enables you to shop confidently. At Carlock Nissan of Jackson, we not only believe in supporting our customers, but in supporting the community we're proud to be a part of. We contribute to many causes and organizations such as the Susan B. Komen Foundation and the Wounded Warrior Project. Slip behind the wheel of a new Nissan Altima for an invigorating test drive, or learn about the active safety features that come standard on the road. Visit Carlock Nissan of Jackson today. We have an on-site finance department that will assist you with your bad credit, car loan needs, and a service team that will keep your purchase healthy for many years to come. Don't miss your chance to own a versatile new Nissan Versa today. Visit our dealership on Van Drive in Jackson today.
911.
Officer, I'd like to file a report. I witnessed a robbery.
A robbery?
Yes, at Sonic. I saw a man steal a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and tots for only $2.99. He was about 6'1", brown hair, blue shirt, big smile.
Wait, So he did actually pay just $2.99? I better check this out. Boy, lunch!
It's a steal, all right. The Car Hop Classic, a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or Slinger plus tots for only $2.99. This is how you Sonic. Text time included. See menu for details for a limited time only. Participating Sonic drive-ins.
It's time now for the Vein and Vascular Center Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. David Laird and Dr. Daniel Day of the Vein and Vascular Center.
Can I get screened for CVI? The answer is yes. Screening for CVI is done through a simple, non-invasive ultrasound test conducted by the vein specialist at Vein and Vascular Center. If you think that you are suffering from varicose veins or more serious symptoms like swelling and pain in your legs that may be indicative of CVI, you should call and schedule an appointment with our vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. All varicose veins have the potential to become CVI. Today, there are a number of treatment options that are covered by many insurance plans. Get started towards your recovery with your screening from Vein and Vascular Center.
Call Vein and Vascular Center at 664-7395 to schedule your appointment with their vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. For more information, visit vvcjackson.com.
Don't worry. Ooh, be happy. This is Tammy Reed telling you not to worry when it comes to real estate. Turn it over to the #1 real estate team in West Tennessee. We will take all the worries out of your real estate experience. No gimmicks, no unkept promises, just happy clients. Call the Reed Nelson team, Hickman Realty Group, 664-1006. Don't worry, be happy.
We're not just another radio station. We're your radio station. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to Memphis, Tennessee, on the campus of Harding Academy. And by the way, the folks here at Harding Academy are just about as nice as they can possibly be, man. Led by athletic director and good buddy Kevin Starks. They call him Speedy around here, and trust me, it's for a good reason. He was the man back in the day here in the early 90s for Harding Academy. At the half, the Bruins trailing 14-7, and all things considered, because the Bruins at times have played pretty sloppy football tonight. I won't say that they're lucky to be down 14-7, but they're in a pretty decent position considering they haven't played nearly their best football. Now, one thing that I am happy to see is that one of the things that we have not had this year, outside of the Crockett County game, we haven't had good games. The Bruins are either being blown out or they're blowing someone out. 4-4 on the season. Remember, the Chester County game got canceled 3 minutes into the second quarter, not to be made up. And it's either been a blowout or they've been blowing people out. Tonight, we've got anything but that. 14-7, Harding Academy. One of those touchdowns, the Bruins were driving. It was an 80-yard pick six by Tyler Moore that thwarted a drive down at the 20-yard line, deep into Harding Academy territory. Andrew throws the interception. Andrew Smith does, and it's taken back 80 yards. That was the first score of the game. USJ answered directly after that. The offense got kicked into high gear. And then Harding Academy struck late in the second quarter. Extra point was good for the 14-7 lead over USJ here at the half. High school football brought to you by the Hughes Eye Group. It's a new day at the Hughes Eye Group, treating many different eye diseases and conditions, offering products and services that they like to call lifestyle changing, and I think that's an excellent way to put it. By Fujiyama Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar. Try the bento box. By Big Daddy Al and the folks at Overton Flooring. Like Garrett Plumbing, and by Premier Dental Center. Man, I saw Reeves the other day. Them choppers are looking beautiful. He had that whitening treatment, and they look really, really good. By the Blacksmith Restaurant, our Thursday night home away from home. We were there last night on the patio at the Blacksmith. That patio was amazing. Even though it was raining all night last night, they have it covered, man. It's just as warm as it could be. You wouldn't even have known that it was cold and rainy out outside. The weather does not dictate anything. The food does, though. Holy smokes. Try the mac and cheese. Try that molten burger. Try the charcuterie tray. There's just so much for you there. It's absolutely unbelievable. Come by, join us on Thursday nights during football season. Register for Titans home game tickets. Play ping pong. Play what do you call that game? Cornhole. Man, they have $3 draft all the way through the end of the football game. They have all those things at the Blacksmith, downtown Jackson, across from the farmers market. Well, here's an update from Daddy Rich in Medina, Tennessee. Here you go. South Gibson and Milan, 2 5-4 teams. I mean, let's just face it. This is the game they both want to win. And at the half, it is all Bulldogs right now. Milan leading South Gibson 20-7. Teddy Pettigrew and the Milan Bulldogs have finally figured some things out, and they're playing really good football, leading by 2 touchdowns on the road in Medina. Apparently, South Gibson having a very difficult time stopping the run tonight, and South Gibson trailing by 2 touchdowns at the half. It's gone to the half in Adamsville from Drew Magruder. Trenton Peabody leading Adamsville 21-0 at the half. In the last 6 quarters on the road, Trenton Peabody outscoring its opponent 71-0. Man, the tide is high for sure. Let's see if we can get you some more scores from around West Tennessee in a very big game for both of these teams, because if you win it, you're headed to the playoffs. Late in the second quarter, last score we had Chester County 1-7 on the year, but if they win tonight, they're going to be in the playoffs. Come on, man. Chester County leading Lexington 14-9. Now, this is a first quarter score. We don't have a new update from that. We'll see if we can get you one here in just a few minutes. But live from Savannah, Liberty struck first and was leading the Tigers 6-0. Waverly on top of Hickman County 14-0. Scotts Hill trailing Houston County 14-7. See what else we got here for you. Dresden was leading Humboldt 23-0. That was a first quarter score. End of one, starting the second quarter, Haywood was on top of the Rebels. O'Brien County 14-0. The Tomcats lead that one, looking to go to 6-4 on the season. First quarter score, McNary leading Westview 7-0. Another first quarter score for you. South Fulton leading Gleason 32-8. Second quarter score, Greenfield on top of West Carroll. What's a lot of people anticipating this game, 6-3. The Yellow Jackets taking on West Carroll. The War Eagles 7-2 on the season. Right now in Atwood, it's Greenfield leading 14-0 in the second quarter. See if we can get you some other scores. There's 2 really big games in Memphis tonight. Of course, this one is one, but the other 2 big games, Whitehaven 7-2 on the season, taking on undefeated Germantown, just a few miles up the road. And right now it is all Red Devils. They lead Whitehaven 16-0. The other big game in this town is MUS at Christian Brothers. That game in the middle of the second quarter, and the Owls lead the Brothers 10-7 in that one. Let's see if we can get any more for you here from around the area. That's going to wrap it up for the area right now. Again, our score here at the half. And by the way, we're looking for a Jackson Christian Fade Academy score. Some of our Eagles friends can send us some of those. But our score here at Harding Academy, USJ trailing 14-7 to Harding Academy. Tonight is senior night here at Harding Academy, so the festivities a little bit longer than normal as they honor their seniors for the student body. This is a really nice school, and they really do it big here. So that's your scores at the half. We'll have updates for you all throughout the second half, as well as into the post-game show. Seabass, Richard the Narrator Barber, Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann, Michael Osborne, Michael King, bringing you high school football. Reeves has the week off. He'll join us back next week, either in Jackson or in Middle Tennessee. I'm hoping it's in Jackson. We don't want to have to hit the road because we want the Bruins to win this game tonight. But if they're going to do it, they're going to have to come from behind. They're trailing 14-7 here at the half to Harding Academy. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back and give you the keys to the third quarter and the fourth quarter and see how the Bruins can come back in this one. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Yeah, it's a great day for a round of golf.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait to tee off.
Everything okay?
I guess so. What do you ask?
You just seem to be a little off your game lately.
That's strange. My wife said the same thing.
When I was off my game, I got back in the game with testosterone treatments. Now I've got more strength and stamina, and let's just say my wife's not complaining anymore either.
Huh. I guess I need to schedule a new tea time.
Come talk to VIP Weight Loss and Anti-Aging and see how testosterone treatments can change your life for the better with locations in Jackson and Paris.
Hi, I'm Hormone Imbalance.
And I'm a real piece of work. You men might know me as hair loss,
sapped energy, and my favorite,
low libido.
For you women, I'm insomnia, mood swings, even weight gain. Oh, and I'm loads of fun, and I'm perfectly natural, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's where you're wrong. VIP Weight Loss and Anti-Aging can help with that hormone imbalance to return you to the you know.
Treat yourself to VIP Weight Loss and Anti-Aging.
At Fujiyama, we've got boxes all over the restaurant. The bento boxes are a Jackson lunch favorite. Having trouble choosing? Well, that's what the bento box is for. Each box includes soup, salad, fried rice, tempura, and 4 fresh pieces of the daily roll. Then you choose from the beef, chicken, shrimp, or the salmon teriyaki, or spicy chicken or pork. The most popular box is the to-go box because our bento boxes are huge. Try the bento box today at Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant, Steakhouse, and Sushi Bar, 10 Stonebridge, Suite E in Jackson.
Browse tons of new brands with over 500 firearms in stock at RFC Tactical in Milan. RFC Tactical is your largest local direct Benelli, Browning, and H&K dealer in West Tennessee. RFC Tactical is newly located across from Walmart in Milan. You can trust RFC Tactical's experienced, knowledgeable staff to assist you in your next purchase. RFC Tactical can get you started with your first firearm purchase with the right ammo, scope, accessories, and now hunting gear. Let West Tennessee's premier hunting and shooting sports store show you why they support gun rights with their devotion to help protect our children, educate our fellow citizens, and all the while supporting avid hunters and the veteran community. Shop RFC Tactical in Milan Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. or Sunday, noon till 6 p.m.
Hey, Justin here, owner and operator of RFC Tactical. As a former Army combat veteran and family man, I understand the importance of protection. I'll make sure you have a positive experience. It'll be friendly, fast, simple, and the only thing intimidating in here are the firearms.
RFC Tactical, now located across from Walmart in Milan.
Once again, Marco's Pizza is the spot for Monday Night Football. The cheap seats will be live on the road at Marco's Pizza, 1146 Van Drive. Come join us for amazing Marco's Pizza, wings, subs, and so much more while we get you ready for the big game. Call 300-0400 for delivery or carryout, and don't forget you can order online at marcos.com. A match made in heaven. The cheap seats, Monday Night Football, and Marco's Pizza. Truly authentic.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Near Dental Center.
As we approach the end of the year and celebrate the upcoming holidays, please remember the dental insurance benefits that might be forgotten at this hectic time of the year. Most employers offer their employees an insurance benefit to care for their oral health. Premier Dental Center is here to take care of those needs. Please give us a call in Jackson at 300-3000, in Milan at 613-2800, or in our Bells location at 663-9999. We strive to stay updated on all insurance policies in our area and have trained employees who can help you learn more about your benefits. Give us a call today and get your appointment scheduled. Premier Dental Center, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Near Dental Center.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Live from Memphis, Tennessee. We are in the 901, just about to wrap up the halftime festivities here on senior night at Harding Academy in week number 10 of high school football. A couple of updates for you. If you're just tuning in at the half, the big game down in Hawks Vegas, living up to the hype. No surprise here. Low-scoring affair. Richard Mulligan says it's a hard-hitting affair. By the way, we're here back in Jackson now, back in Memphis. The skies are clear. Michael, what about the weather there? I knew there was some rain hanging out throughout the day. There's not a drop of rain here in Memphis. What about there in the 731? Is it raining there?
Shelby Jackson.
It's not. No, it's not raining here. It's been sprinkling like it's been doing. I believe Mike said earlier for tonight it was like a 20% precipitation. So, but right now it's just kind of chilly.
Okay, good.
Even
So,
the drizzle's kind of gone off.
Yeah, so weather not affecting play tonight. That's fantastic. That's what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
So 7-6, the big game. South side leading North side at the half. Let's see, a couple of updates here for you. Chester County 14-9 over Lexington. 3:30 left to go in the first half was our last update. By the way, for the Crockett County fans, we just checked. The feed is good. You should be good to go for Crockett County's game with Dyersburg. We'll get you an update on that game here in just a few minutes. Some more games coming your way at the half. Peabody, this is also a game that you can watch at WNWS.com. Peabody leading the Adamsville Cardinals 21-0. That game has now gone to the half. At the half, we expected Union City to win this football game. Feel like they got a pretty good shot at doing that. At the half in Halls, all Tornadoes here. They lead the Halls Tigers 42-0. That one at the half in Halls. 7:35 left to go in the first half in Brownsville. And it was a bit closer than most would think. Haywood leading Obion 21-8. Another game you can watch at WNWS.com. Easily one of the best teams around. Henry County 8-1 on the season. Their only loss, no crime there. A hard-fought loss to the Germantown Red Devils. Henry County leading Clarksville Northwest 28-2. Big game here. You want to listen up to this one, Law Dog. It's for a playoff spot. Last score that we had, 5:24 left to go in the first quarter. I'm sure it's way past that now. But McKenzie was leading Gibson County 10-6. First quarter score we had McNary leading Westview 7-0. At the half, South Fulton, a 2-7 team, leading Gleason 40-8 at the half. At the half in Medina, another game you can watch at WNWS.com. Milan leading South Gibson 20-6. Good one going on over in Atwood. West Carroll leading Greenfield at the half by the slimmest of margin. War Eagles leading the Yellow Jackets 15-14. Again, Germantown leading Whitehaven 16-0. And let's see if we have any more new, fresh updates for you. Okay, let's see here. A team that the Bruins could see coming up in the playoffs. CPA leading Franklin Road Academy 14-0, and BGA all over David Lipscomb at this point, 28-0 late in the first half. Let's see. All right, let's see if we can get you a score from Crockett County with Crockett County and Dyersburg. Dyersburg hoping to go undefeated. They'll have to win that game tonight, and for Crockett County, it's your playoff live on the line. They have to win this game tonight. They need to win this game and have Obion lose tonight, which is something they're doing in Brownsville right now. All right, narrator, we're just about ready for third quarter action. The Bruins will kick off here and start the third quarter. We're a minute or two away from that, but what do the Bruins have to do to get this ship righted, play better football, and come out here with a win?
You know, I was just talking to Juicy during halftime. This Harding offense is not that hard to figure out. You got three players that are making the plays. As far as I'm concerned, you stop the run. They're not really a big threat to pass. You trust your defensive backs, and then you bring pressure. Let's stack the box, get some pressure, shut this offense down. I believe we're going to be able to move the ball okay. I look forward to taking the second.
The only
half.
danger when you're stacking that box is you sometimes can leave yourself susceptible to the bounce out. And that's clearly, Moore. We saw him do that one time, and it's lucky it didn't go to the house. I mean, at the back, look, everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do. And, man, he just made an amazing play. But you stack it like that, and you look at this man, and please turn it off of that. Looks like a big, fat blue scroll. Man. What'd you use?
That's a big banner,
to put that up? Some silly putty?
Gorilla glue.
Of course.
Gorilla glue. That's what
glue,
it was.
Of course.
That for real. Gorilla
so a couple
tape,
scores
glue, something.
Of interest. So let's talk about what we saw in the first half. First of all, at the half, 7-6 Southside leading Northside. The only difference in this game, a missed extra point by the Indians. They scored first, did not get the extra point. Hawks scored late in the second. They got theirs. It sounds like exactly what Southside's looking for. That's a Southside type of football game.
That's right. You know, they want to keep it. They don't want to run up and down the field. They want to keep the game close. They can win close football games. They've proven that all year. It's what they wanted.
So what about at the half in Medina, Tennessee? All Bulldogs here, 20-6. Milan leading South Gibson, gawking with Daddy Rich. They can't stop the run.
Well, you know, Coach, I keep wanting to say Coach Pendergrass, Coach Pettigrew.
It's because his first name's Teddy.
That's it.
Pettigrew.
You know, they've got a year with him now. You know, this is week 10, week 11, however you want to look at it. But you know, they've adjusted to what he wants that football team to do, and evidently they're doing it on the field tonight.
Oh, my goodness. I am loving me some Lawson, man. He and Paul are such a pleasure to work with.
They are.
And frankly, these instant replay reviews, the camera work, these catches on the sidelines.
You won't see anything like that on Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, or all day Sunday.
No, it's absolutely unreal to bring it straight down like that in slow motion for us to be able to analyze this and break this down and see just exactly. And by the way, hats off to the officials. Now they got it wrong on that illegal procedure because nobody moved. But other than that, they have made some fantastic calls that were boom, just like that.
They sure did.
Split decision calls, and they were right in position. So this crew, other than that one call, has been, a lot of times you take your chances in the 901. That hasn't been the case to me.
No, it really hadn't. They've called a good football game. They missed the one call that we ran back 3 or 4 times. Never saw anybody move on the USJ offense, but they hit us with the penalty. Going to be a good second half.
I think so. Keep sending in those scores throughout the night. It's 8:20. This game's running for a game that went so quick, and I guess because it's senior night, there's an extra 10 minutes. But for a game that went so quick, it's 8:20 when he kicked off the second half.
Yeah.
But you know what that makes for? Sort of post-game shows. Hey.
Are we? How long are we staying on tonight, Pippin?
Until we need to. Let's see here. How many players does Harding Academy have on the field? Okay, they just ran one off now, 11 now. Okay, there it is. It's 11 now. They had 13 on there. They just ran 2 back. But apparently they don't respect the leg of Pledger, but they better because Pledger. See, it's kind of like what we talked about in the first half. You've got Tyler Moore back there, and they know that. They don't want to kick that ball to him, and I don't blame them. I'd just assume squib it and let him have the ball at the 30-yard line before I let that young man get his hands on the ball because he is absolutely a game changer. He did not score their offensive touchdown, but he did have an 80-yard pick six on USJ's opening drive as they were moving in to score. He took it to 80 yards to the house the other direction. Here's Pledger. Another squib kick that bounces. Oh, that's a live football, but taken at the 31-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, that ball was live right there, and USJ was not far from it. It took a huge bounce right over the Harding Academy Lions' head, and luckily the man behind him for them. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce. Watch this. Bam. You can't draw it up better than that, but heads-up play that time by the deep gain. That was number 11, Reed Swalinski. Big play by Reed.
Well, USJ's had some luck with that squib kid. If you remember against TCA, they got 2 turnovers that way on kickoffs.
Lions will take over to set up shop from their own 42-yard line. Here's Moore to the wide side. He needs the edge. He gets it. Holy smokes, he just ran right around contain that time. I mean, what else can you say? It's going to be about a 9-yard gain there on first down into Bruin territory down to the 49. I don't know what else you can do.
Well, no, he's quicker than anybody we've seen this year. And, football's about angles, and you take the angle you think you're going to get him, but he's already passed.
I mean, DeBerry slanted. Go back on this, Lawson. If you watch this narrator, DeBerry actually even slants to the wide side just like he should. Perfectly. Gets underneath the patch, slants out there, and Moore still is able to go around him and cut it back up for 9 yards on first down. Now here's Moore right up the gut. Nowhere to go, but finally makes a man miss and darts forward for about 5 yards, picking up the first down all the way down to the 43-yard line. There was very little there, but Moore, a very patient runner.
Yeah, a patient runner. And when you're as quick as he is and small as he is, it don't take much of a hole. You can get through there.
TJ Tharp on the tackle that time. He's finally able to wrangle Moore down, but not before he gets the first down. So the Lions on the move once again, setting up shop in Bruin territory. 1st and 10 at the Bruin 43-yard line. That's Young in the pistol with Moore behind him. 2 wide receivers, single to each side. Now here's that two-handed option pitch to the wide side, strung out well, but Moore nowhere to go, makes a man miss, but he's corralled by a host of Bruins. Now we've got a late flag, and I'm afraid that this is going to be a face mask. Narrator, you think the same?
Yeah, I think so. You can see his head go down quickly, and anytime that happens, most of the time that's a face mask.
Yeah, boy, and that's the danger right there with a guy like that. I mean, everybody in position, but he darts so quickly. Sometimes it just runs right into your hand, if you will. We'll see what this is going to be. We're pretty sure it's a personal foul face mask. That's the case. That's a killer. That was no gain that time. Instead, it's a personal foul. It's going to march that ball inside the 30-yard line with a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Well, and with somebody as quick as Morris, you're just trying to get a hold to anything you can to get him slowed up. You reach shoulder height, you done grabbed his head.
They'll say in fact, will spot it right at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Lions on the move. USJ trailing 14-7 here to Harding Academy in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee. Always good to visit the 901. Well, it's been the Malik Young show for the last little while here. Here's a give to Moore over left tackle. Darts through, picks up about 4 yards on 1st down. And, you know, that's okay if you're Harding Academy. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down and stay ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, because that's what happened. That offensive line doing a good job holding their blocks, letting Moore figure out where he wants to go and then get through there.
The Bruins coming out in a 3-man front right now. See if it ends up being a 3-4 formation. Let's see. Yep. Mario over the center. That's Malik Young in the backfield once again. Tyler Moore to his left. Malik Young calling his own number, fakes it on the zone read, kicks it outside to the wide side for about a yard gain. Going to set up 3rd and 5 yards. Good job that time by USJ's defense on that read that time. Discipline on the left defensive end, forcing that play outside. That's Blaine Verdung once again, and then stringing it out and finally coming out and making the tackle. That's Christian Wallace, who's had a really good season here in the second half of the season at defensive back, getting a lot of playing times, even started. You got to love Christian Wallace, just a freshman, heck of an athlete.
Just a freshman, younger brother of Tyler Wallace.
Well, what a great addition to this team, this program, those two have been. Here's 3rd and 4 from the Bruin, 25-yard line. Here's Young. It's a quarterback draw, nowhere to go. He's met in the backfield. Seth DeBerry and a host of Bruins going to stop him right there, nowhere to go. Big stop by the Bruins. It's going to be about a 1.5 yard loss. That was a quarterback draw from Jump Street, and DeBerry whips his man and absolutely nowhere to go. 2-yard loss. Let's see what Harding Academy wants to do on 4th and 6, narrator, from the Bruin 26-yard line.
Running some personnel in and out. DeBerry has, like I said a while ago, made a huge jump from last year to this year and the impact he's had on this football.
He's long. He's got long arms, man, and he's got a really good first step, and he's tough for those tackles one-on-one in pass coverage. So 4th and 6, 8:20 left to go. Now here's the snap. Young looks to his right, sees the middle of the field wide open, tries to hit his man down at the 18-yard line, looking for Preston Ford. That ball will skip off the ground just a little bit low. Ford found a little bit of a hole there in that secondary, but Young can't hit him, and the Bruins hold.
Looked like he might have had a chance to run for the 1st down, pulled up, made the throw.
Well, if he did go for it, he was going to meet number 15 head on at about the 23-yard line. USJ holds, will take over. Big stop for the Bruins that time. 8:13 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. USJ takes over from their own 26-yard line. Big stop that time, narrator.
It absolutely was.
Twins to both sides. Caleb was in the backfield. Here's Carlock in motion on a jet sweep. He gets the ball to the wide side, up to the 30, the 35, the 40, knocks a man over and troubles all the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 15 and a Hughes I group 1st down.
Carlock's a straight-up baller. He found some room there and was able to finish the runoff. Watch this. Watch him lower that shoulder, make the tackler take some punishment.
Boy, yeah, and that was number 10, Preston Ford, who got knocked back about 4 yards. Carlock with a head of steam that time. Same formation. Here's White. Here's option pitch, a little shovel pass that time actually to Carlock. Up the middle, makes a man miss all the way down to the 37-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 22 yards by Wesley Carlock. That's a great play call. Love the scheme. Looked like they were going to go to the wide side option pitch and just a little shovel pass to Carlock coming in on the inside off left tackle.
Well, Carlock playing with an ankle tweak tonight, but you really can't tell it.
Yeah, you cannot. That's good enough for a Hughes I group. First down, the Bruins in business from the Lion 38-yard line. Here's Carlock in motion. Caleb Willis in the backfield. Here's a handoff to Willis off right tackle. Makes a man miss. Puts that foot in the ground. Accelerates and is tripped up, but not before he picks up a big gain of right around 17 yards all the way down to the 22-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Willis with the Hughes I group first down.
Well, and, they've been getting a taste of Wallace all night. You'd call him Thunder, and then when Willis gets the ball, he runs at a different speed.
Yeah, the game plan, the approach is, as you said before the pregame, you talked to some coaches, completely different from what we've been seeing. Here's a quick slip screen to Carlock, needs a block, gets it, falls forward, not much doing. Pretty well defended that time by the Lions. We'll say a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Bruins from the 20-yard line.
And you're right, it is a lot of interesting play calling, things we really haven't seen so far this year.
6 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. USJ trailing Harding Academy 14-7, but after a great fourth down stand around the 25-yard line, the Bruins are on the move all the way down to the Harding 20-yard line, 2nd and 8. Here's another shovel pass once again to Carlock. Much better defense that time. Only a pickup of about 3 yards, setting up 3rd and 5 from right around the 17-yard line. We got a late flag, narrator?
Yeah, something was going on. I couldn't tell. Cade Taylor was on the ground when a Harding defender ran by him, and then he acted like he had been kicked. Let's see what the call is.
Let's see if we can get a replay as well. We'll wait on the call, but let's see if we can get a replay on that and see if we can find anything. All right, here's the shovel pass, narrator. Don't see anything so far.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Against the line.
It's going to be on Harding Academy. It was a little bit out of camera shot, so we couldn't tell just exactly what happened, but you're right. I think it had to do with Cade Taylor and maybe one of the linebackers for the Harding Academy Lions. Nonetheless, that sets up shop at the Bruins. That's a Hughes I group first down, 1st and goal from the Harding Academy 9-yard line. 4 wide receiver set. Here's Willis on the draw, straight up the gut. He's going to sprint straight into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Boy, just a little bit of a delayed draw there, and Caleb Willis, once he got that handoff, shot out like a rocket off the right side of that offensive line and into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, Bruins.
Well, and Caleb Willis is the kind of runner that, Wallace is going to make his hole. If it's not there, you give Willis just a little gap, you see what happens there.
Man, outstanding drive and a great answer by the Bruins after that 4th down stop just a few minutes ago on Harding Academy's initial third quarter drive. Ben Pledger, the freshman kicker, in to try to tie this thing up. Snap is up. Kick is on the way. It's not pretty, but it is effective. Goes through. That's all that matters. And your new score with 6:12 left to go here in the third quarter from Harding Academy. It's USJ 14, Harding Academy 14 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Insurance is the way to protect yourself and your family, and no one is better helping you through the insurance maze than Brandon Jones State Farm. Brandon Jones has been Jackson's State Farm agent since 2006 after graduating from Lambuth University. Home and property, life, health, banking products, annuities, mutual funds. All the products you need to ensure a prosperous future. Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance, 2152 North Highland across from Toys R Us. 660-6800 for Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance.
News Talk 101.5 FM's coverage of high school football brought to you by Old Town Spaghetti Store, delivering quality food with a great service and a reasonable price. By Young Hughes Insurance, your local full-service insurance agency, and by Rock and Dough Pizza. Visit Rock and Dough Pizza this weekend, downtown Jackson at the Lift. Here's Ben Pledger putting that big right foot into it, but he's going to squib kick it once again, and Harding Academy is going to fall on it right at the 40-yard line. And I'll say it again, I don't mind it. I just don't mind it on their part because I know what Moore can do every time he touches the ball. And Pledger's, he can get it into the end zone, but consistently, probably a little tough, especially in this colder weather. I think this is the right approach.
Yeah, you don't kick the ball to Tyler Moore. I don't care what. We couldn't have caught him if he run to West Memphis a while ago. The boy's just too quick.
Here comes Rusty. West Memphis.
The Greyhounds, man.
Can I talk y'all into a trip after the game? It's just a thought. I mean, we're here already. Might as well. 6:08 left to go in the third quarter. Harding Academy taking over from their own 40-yard line. Here's Moore hitting backfield once again, and now he is sworn down by 5 different Bruins. Looks like it's led by Seth DeBerry and a host of Bruins. That's going to be about a 5-yard loss, and all of a sudden, narrator, this USJ defense looking pretty energized.
Yeah, it was. Verdun was there, too. Able to finish that play out. Moore just never was able to get anything going.
TJ Tharp got through initially and hit him, couldn't wrap him up. Then he was hit again, spun around out of that one, too, but 3 or 4 Bruins right there to clean it up. A loss of, they'll say, 3, and the Harding Academy standing up shop on their own 37-yard line, 2nd and 13. It's been pretty much Malik Young since the second quarter. Here's Young rolling to his right to the wide side, being chased by Wallace, looking for his man. Can't get it. He had him right there around the 45-yard line. The pass sailed on him just a little bit. Reed Swilinski tried to go up and couldn't get it. I was a little bit nervous that a Bruin hit him after that ball went out of bounds. A little bit late, but nothing dirty. But you don't want to give them the opportunity there to throw that flag.
Especially, we're in Memphis. You don't want to give them the opportunity to say, well, maybe I need to throw this
But
flag.
Wesley did the right thing. If you'll run this replay real quick, you'll see what Wesley does. Even after that hit, he'll grab him by the arm and try to hold him up and keep him from falling down. The official sees that. There's no way they're calling that.
Plus, Wesley didn't know the ball wasn't going to be called.
Absolutely.
He had to make contact.
3rd and 13 for the Lions. Big play here in this game with just over 5 minutes left to go in the third. Here's Young straight up the middle. He's got a man on the post wide open. Holy smokes. That's number 11, Reed Swilinski, who missed that last play. Left unchecked, ran right up the middle. That wasn't a post. That was a seam route. Left unchecked. Swilinski hauls it in. Huge play that time. A gain of, what am I going to see here? It's spotted at the 37-yard line. That's going to be a 26-yard play on 3rd and 13 there. Right?
Yeah, and just when we think, well, they're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield, they have some success.
They can throw the ball. There's no doubt. They just haven't had to as much. But they set up shop in Bruin territory now from the 37-yard line. Here's a give to Moore straight up the gut, and absolutely nothing there because big number 76, Mario Nicholson, says, check this out. All 320 pounds of beautiful splendor swallows up Tyler Moore. No gain on the play.
And if you noticed how much Mario has changed his body composition.
Oh, yes.
2 years ago, he was just a big old boy. Now he don't look 305.
Now Mario, with that low center of gravity and that motor, can play somewhere on Saturdays if he wants to. 2nd and 10 from the Bruin 37-yard line. Motion, no call. Here's Young calling his own number. A little bit of a busted play, and it runs him straight into Mario Nicholson once again. Now he does fall forward for a few yards. Actually, it looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he kept his feet moving, and he'll gain, we think, narrator, 4 yards on the play.
Yeah,
that's a great play by Young.
Yeah, it was a great play. It looked like they had him stopped. He just kept pushing the pile, able to get clear a little bit and picked up 4 yards.
That's 3rd, and we'll call it 6 from the Bruin 33-yard line. So, you got to believe this is another one of those situations. They're certainly not in field goal range. Maybe 2 plays here to get the 6 if you don't get it on this one here. So we'll see how they handle it. Single wide receiver set. Now man in motion. That's Austin Jackson. Young out of the shotgun with Moore flanking him to the right. Here's an option pitch to the wide side. Moore needs a crease. He's got it. And what a beautiful open field tackle that time. Holy cow, by Logan Antwine, because Moore was about to set sail to the end zone, and somehow Logan Antwine makes a beautiful tackle on a perfect angle. Man, he beats the block and wrangles down Moore by the ankles for a gain of 2 or 3, but that should have been a touchdown for the Lions. What a play by Logan Antwine.
It would have been a touchdown, Bass. We have no idea how tough that was to do for Logan Antwine.
He had to fight off a block to do that as well. 4th and 2 from the 29-yard line of the Bruins. Harding Academy going to go for it. Moore lined up in the left slot. Don't be surprised to see him in motion coming out of the backfield for that option opportunity. We'll see what happens now. Coming back the other way, it's Jackson on the end around. He needs a block. He gets it. Not only does he get the block, he is going all the way untouched into the end zone. What a breakdown by the Bruins that time. 3rd and 2, and it's Austin Jackson setting sail for a 29-yard touchdown. And the Lions are back on top once again.
Yeah, that was Austin Jackson all the way. We had paid so much attention to Moore. Jackson able to come back on that jet sweep and get the seam, and then he's gone.
Yeah, Moore was an absolute decoy that time and a very good one. Outstanding execution and play call by Harding Academy and their staff. Now coming in for the extra point. This is Pete trying to give the Lions the 7-point lead. Little bit of a wind here he's coming into. The extra point attempt is up, splits the uprights. It is good, and your new score with 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. Harding Academy 21 and USJ 14 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
This weekend at Old Town Spaghetti Store, enjoy butternut squash ravioli. Butternut squash ravioli topped with a brown saged butter and Parmesan Reggiano, the fresh catch salmon, and the best prime rib in town. Slow roasted and cut to order. Tender, juicy, and full of flavor. Served with side item salad and fresh baked bread. Special appetizer, shrimp scampi toast. Shrimp cooked in butter, lemon, white wine, and served over toasted baguette. Old Town Spaghetti Store, Carriage House Drive, Jackson. Outside dining available.
Welcome back into USJ football. Here's the kick. That one's going to go straight out of bounds.
Penalty flag on the play.
Have the Bruins returned a kick all year for a touchdown? I mean, don't get me wrong. We got some good return men. But you would think that Tyreek Hill was back there. Or Tyler Moore. We have some outstanding athletes. We don't have a Tyler Moore back there returning kicks.
No, we got some guys that are capable of doing it, but we haven't done it so far this year.
The ball is spotted at the 35-yard line.
We hopping? Oh, I got a text. That must mean I hop. Okay, I was like, what does that mean, we hopping? We'll get you some scores coming up here in just a few minutes to find out what's going on out south in Hawks Vegas. Bruins setting up shop from their own 35-yard line, 2:15 left to go. Here's a mix-up in the backfield. Lucky to hold on to the ball. That's Tyler Wallace. He's going to be swallowed. Actually, that's Caleb Willis. He's going to be swallowed up for a 5-yard loss, and the Bruins coming unravel again there, Ray.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what happened there. There was a mix-up. Somebody didn't know what was going on because there wasn't a block anywhere on the right or left side of that offensive line.
You a little bit surprised that they've gone away from that power running game tonight? Is it something you just needed to see if you could do?
Evidently it was, because it is successful. We've been able to do it tonight. But so far, we've decided to give them a different look.
Look at this, narrator, 9 in the box here. And a straight give, and it's T.J. Tharp off the left tackle. He's going down to the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30. Breaks another tackle, down to the 20, breaks another one, and he is brought down by the ankles. Holy smokes, and guess who? Tyler Moore. Tyler Moore at 5'4", about 125 pounds. The only thing left between T.J. Tharp and the end zone. That is a 55-yard fullback dive off the left side of that offensive line, and look at the big fella rumbling, T.J. Tharp. And, man, you know, Tyler Moore was like, man, please just go down.
And it was kind of funny. You had him up top, and he saw it. Wasn't going to happen as he was falling. He grabbed him around the leg.
So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. That was a Hughes I Group first down. The Bruins fumbled the football. He was down now. They picked up the ball anyway. Roan Sewell was following the play, but – and I believe that's Roan, and Roan seems to be in a good bit of pain. Just span that over down there. Yeah, that's 66. Roan Sewell right now. He recovered that football. The ball was down. It wouldn't have been. It wasn't going to be a fumble no matter what. But Roan Sewell on the scene right there, heads up. He goes down, gets that ball, but in the process, let's see what happens to Roan. He goes down to get the football, and oh boy, yeah, he's rolled up from behind.
Yeah.
Certainly don't want to speculate. They're looking at that, looks like that left knee maybe, which he's already got his brace on there. That's good. Actually, they may be looking at the left knee, but he's got his braces on. And you know, these days, and USJ does that, but a lot of offensive lines will do that. You know, back in college, they wouldn't even let us go on the practice field unless we had our braces on. If you went out there on that practice field without your braces on, you're running till you puke. You know, and they can be invaluable for an offensive lineman. They're trying to straighten that knee out. Hopefully, Roan's going to be just fine. They're flexing it. The folks are working on him, and hopefully Roan will be just fine. We'll take this timeout and come back to Harding Academy. We'll take 30-second timeout and come right back. As a matter of fact, let's hold it right here. Roan is up, getting a little bit of assistance, but he is up. We'll see if he can walk off under his own power. He can. Roan's a tough dude, man. I like Roan. He's a good kid.
Is. Went to school with his grandfather, Tom Forsythe. So did.
Did you really?
For real. That's how old I am.
I can't quite say those yet. I don't think I've gone to school with any of these players' grandfathers.
His grandfather's a retired teacher there in Humboldt. Fine man.
How many are you?
Tom Forsythe.
How many are you?
How many years?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm 63 years
63
old. And I'm
years
pretty,
old.
too.
You are pretty, man.
Yeah,
You're 1 year younger than my mother.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Tell her I said hi.
She might be listening. If so, what up, C-Dub?
What up, C-Dub?
So they're helping him get off the field. Roan still hasn't made it off the field. It's a slow process for Roan. He's not going to take off sprinting, but luckily he was up and ready to go. Back to that power I formation with Tharp and Wallace. And, I think that's the way to go right here, deep in Lion territory. Go right at them. 2nd and 7 from the Lion 12-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the wide side. That's the right. Backs in the eye. Here's that quick toss sweep. Wallace tries to cut it back inside. Very well defended that time. He falls forward for a 2-yard gain, but perfect placement that time by the Harding Academy defense. They were ready for that.
Well, yeah, you could see them walk the linebackers up to the A-gaps. They had to go wide with it.
Couple of missed blocks there, too, on the right side. That's a play that's been pretty successful for the Bruins all season long, but it hadn't got too much out of it tonight. Now, just, 22 seconds on a running clock here in the third quarter. This could be the final play of the third quarter. And the problem with the lights flickering. Here's a fullback dive to T.J. Tharp. Explodes all the way down inside the 5-yard line. That should be good enough for a Hughes I group first down, and it will be. I don't want to count my chickens, but I think that's the case. Yeah, that is. They're going to say first and goal. It's not the stadium. It's just the light above us. Okay, I thought it was.
Man, I was looking around. I thought, man, we finna be playing football in the dark.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're on Cherry Road. And I wouldn't worry too much about it then. That's going to do it for the third quarter. USJ trailing Harding Academy 21-14, but they're knocking on the door inside the 5-yard line. First and goal. We'll take this break, come back, and get you ready for fourth quarter action. Your score after 3, Harding Academy 21 and USJ 14 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
It's going down this Thursday at the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Thursday nights during football season, the cheap seats will be live at the Blacksmith for Thursday Night Throwdown. Football fans will have cornhole, ping pong, and we'll be giving away Titans tickets to some lucky winner, courtesy of Masterfit Medical. Located at 216 North Shannon Street, across from the Farmers Market. Try the Johnny Cakes or fried green tomatoes or the Molten Burger. Maybe it's the hot chicken sandwich or the blackened shrimp. Thursday night's new home for football is the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Downtown Jackson, across from the Farmers Market.
Welcome to Jackson's original News Talk FM. The information you want to hear at the office and on the road. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
All right, hey, Hawks Vegas. They're going to the fourth quarter. How about this one? Northside 12, Southside 7 with 12 minutes left in that huge region championship game in South Jackson. Here we go. Bruins first and goal from inside the 5-yard line of Harding Academy, trailing 21-14. Here's a quick toss sweep straight up the gut. Tyler Wallace hit at the line of scrimmage and starts laughing. Said, "That's all you got." High steps, looking like Earl Campbell into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
I got to see who this is. He run over somebody down.
Oh man, that's a straight abuse right there. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage, and it's like nobody was even there. Holy cow, man. He just absolutely trucks that poor linebacker and didn't even break stride.
Bill Bates kind of thing there.
Man, you want to put a huddle film together, that run right there is the way to do it. Now here, Ben Pledger trying to tie this game. Snap is up. Whoo, did he get it? He just snuck it inside that left upright, and we are tied once again. Boy, that was close. I didn't know which way that was going to go. But with 11:31 left to go in the ball game, your new score from Memphis, Tennessee, USJ 21 and Harding Academy 21 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but Cy Young, your independent auto owner's insurance agent, will be there when you need him most, no matter what happens. Young Hughes Insurance Agency, strong through every storm. That's how it's been for the first 100 years and how it will be for generations to come. Cy Young with Young Hughes Insurance Agency, 731-696-5480. 731-696-5480.
More than just the headlines. Get the real story here. Your source for news, weather, sports, and traffic. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Down south, it's 12-7 north side, but the Indians are threatening again. South side has thrown an interception, and the Indians are at the Hawk 13-yard line right now, starting that third quarter. Now here's a slip straight up the sidelines. Holy smokes, Reed Swalinski nearly took that kickoff back. Where will they say he went out of bounds? Right around the 46-yard line, which is really not that big a deal when you think about it, because they've been starting around the 40, 45-yard line all night anyway.
But it looked like, Bess, it was like 4 or 5 guys. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. One was blocked out.
They just overran him.
They just did.
They just flat overran him, and Swalinski nearly housed that joint. Good grief. So 12-7 Northside threatening to score again. 2-possession game would be very difficult for Southside to overcome. We'll keep you updated. Richard Mulligan on the call now, and that's a game you can watch at WNWS.com. 11:23 left to go. Here's Young calling his own number straight up the gut. Makes a man miss. Falls forward for a nice gain on first down. We'll say 7 down to the 47-yard lines of the Bruins. 2nd and 3 for Harding Academy.
Yeah, that's we need to stop here. This is, we're into the fourth quarter here. It's a brand new football game, 21-21. But at some point, our defense is going to have to make a statement that we're going to win this football game.
Richard Mulligan saying that Southside's defense is doing great because they with this possession before, Southside had fumbled, and Southside held them. So now they're trying to hold them once again. Tie score here, just under 11 minutes to go in Memphis, Tennessee. I believe that is Miles Neely back in at quarterback once again. He gives it to Moore straight up the gut, makes a man miss. Holy cow, how do you get through the line of scrimmage that quickly? And T.J. Tharp, he's on the knees like, good grief, this dude is fast. He rips off about 8 yards, good enough for a first down, and just like that, Harding Academy is inside the 40-yard line down to the 39 of the Bruins.
What was those kids' name at Northside a few years ago? It was brothers, one right after another. Little guys like that.
I remember Cordarius Mann was
This was before Cordarius Mann.
Before?
It was 2 brothers, yeah. One graduated, the next one took his place.
I don't remember.
That's who this kid looks like.
1st and 10. Here's an end around to Moore. He is plowed for maybe a yard. Scratch that. That's Austin Jackson. There's not a lot of difference between those two, but Jackson only able to pick up a yard. Strung out pretty well that time. Wesley Carlock and T.J. Tharp, nice job stringing that play out.
Well, and that's the play that worked earlier for the touchdown when they went to Jackson.
34-20, Dyersburg leading Crockett County. Dyersburg trying to polish off that game tonight and
you said 24-20?
34-20.
Oh, 34-20.
Yeah, for a 14-point lead and trying to get to 10-0 are the Trojans. Second and we'll say no gain, so we'll say 2nd and 10. Here's a direct snap to the fullback, USJ right there, but powerful running, keeping those legs moving. That is number 45. See if we got a name here. We don't.
We don't. That's who we called Pete earlier.
Pete Part 2. Yeah. The kicker and the fullback are both Pete, but
one of the captains. Pete's a captain.
Yeah, tried to catch USJ slipping that time. Gets about 6 yards, setting up 3rd and 4. This is about the same place on the field, going a different direction in the end of the third quarter, in which Harding Academy was able to score a touchdown. So 3rd and 4. For the Lions, that's Malik Young. Here's a give to Moore. Tries to bounce outside, does so, makes another man miss, falls forward down to the 26-yard line. It's good enough for a first down. He picks up about 7 yards, and the Lions are in business with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this one.
He plays a little bigger than he is, Bass, and I'm talking about Moore. The other thing is really not much to get a hold of, and as quick as he is, He's a tough kid.
He's powerful for it. I mean, he's diminutive as he can be. He's a little bitty dude, but he runs with power. It's not just that low center. He's also very strong as well. So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Bruins. From that pistol formation once again. They really haven't thrown the football much lately here. but they really haven't needed to. Here's Moore once again, nowhere to go, bounces it outside. Nice job that time of the Bruins, but still finds a way, breaks another tackle, and flags are flying everywhere. It's going to be about a 17-yard gain when it should have been about a 2-yard loss. These may be two different penalties. There may be a hold back here around the line of scrimmage, and there might have been something on the tackle because that other flag was down near the tackle. So I'll be interested to see just exactly what this is.
It would have to be a face mask because it was just more than about 3 Bruins there.
One of these is definitely going to be a hold on Harding Academy. There's no doubt about that. The other one, I'm not sure. Let's take a look. The white hat is on his way. He said, narrator, check this out. Here's what we got.
Okay, let me see a little movement here. Get his swerve on. He got swag.
See, the first one, holding on Harding Academy, as we thought, and face mask, 5-yard face mask by USJ. And those penalties will offset, and we will do it once again.
Let's rewind it.
That's a loss for USJ, though.
Yeah, it is.
That would have been 2nd and 20 from the, right around the 35-yard line. So that's, it's no sweat off of Harding Academy's back. They'll just do it again. The Bruins definitely lose in that equation. 1st and 10 from the 26. Exactly 8 minutes left to go in this football game. Here's Moore in motion. It's going to be reversed with Jackson coming back the other way. Beautifully blocked and executed. He needs a seam. He gets it, and he will stroll into the end zone. Same exact play going the other direction. The Bruins didn't learn the first time. They got burnt. Another touchdown here for Austin Jackson from 26 yards on 1st down. Now, how big was that penalty that offset right there? That would have been 2nd and 20, 1st and 20. Man, what a big play right there for the Lions. Now the Bruins will have to answer once again. 7:52 left to go in this one. Pete in for the extra point. And these extra points are so important. The snap is up. The kick is up. It splits the uprights. And with 7:52 left to go in the football game, your new score, Harding Academy 28 and USJ 21 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza. A slice of the good life.
Boy, if you look on your screen, you'll see a beautiful white truck. That's how we got here tonight. That's the Worthy Road Studios truck. Man, that joint is comfortable.
That's that Ford F-250 Super Stroke, dog.
Man, I'm telling you
That's what they called me in college.
What?
Super Stroke, dog.
Where'd you go to college?
Bethel.
Did you really? I don't know this about you. I mean, I've known you for almost 19 years. I didn't even know you went to college.
Yeah.
I just thought you went to the Army straight out of high school.
No, I went to college when I got out of the Army.
So you're a Bethel Wildcat.
Yeah.
Look at you, Jack.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. You know where I went to school?
Austin Peay.
That's right, sir. We got a penalty, but I did not see what it was on Harding Academy, so they back it up to the 35-yard line, so they'll put their foot into it, and Carlock will take the ball at the 18-yard line, cuts back towards the sideline, makes a man miss. They can't wrap him up. He's still fighting off, folks. Did they blow the whistle? Oh, my goodness. That's going to make the USJ staff pretty upset. Guys, I mean, he was still moving forward. He was advancing, and he had broken through, and then they blow the whistle.
Lawson's going to give us this replay. Here we go.
I mean, I hear you if you're, and I guess I understand that, but he's still plugging, still moving forward, making people miss. He is not down. He's still fighting. How do you blow that whistle? How do you blow that whistle? Holy cow. Man, Carlock just keeps on fighting, and he can't believe they blew the whistle, and neither can we. No. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line, 7:38 left to go. Here's Carlock on the end around motion. He gets the ball, needs a block, gets it, falls forward for about a 2-yard gain. Not much doing there. I'm still struggling with that kickoff return. I just don't know how you blow that whistle right there.
No, I don't either, because it was a pile, but he was fighting, and he actually broke 2 tackles as he was stacked up there and had cleared space. And That's about the time they blew the whistle.
Northside has hit the end zone once again. They lead Southside 19-7 midway through the fourth quarter there.
And that's tough for the Southside to come from behind like that.
No question about it. Here's 2nd and 8. White under pressure. He's going to go down. A big loss of about 12 yards on 2nd down, putting USJ in a very bad position from their own 20-yard line. That's going to set up about a 3rd and 19. And given that Harding Academy just scored and we're under the 7-minute mark, the Bruins, I don't think you're in go-for-it mode if they don't pick this first down up here, but a critical loss that time. You just can't take that sack.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to get rid of the ball.
But the pressure was on on Smith before he could even move. Somebody missed an assignment there. So 3rd and a cab ride for the Bruins. From their own 20-yard line, they need to get right around the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout by Harding Academy, and we'll take it with them. Your score with 6:26 left to go in the ball game. Harding Academy 28, USJ 21 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
USJ football brought to you by Carlock Nissan. New Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus great selections of previously owned vehicles on Van Drive right here in Jackson. By the Vein and Vascular Center. Norman and Tammy Reed of Hickman Realty get the #1 winning team in real estate. Norman and Tammy Reed, 616-6000. Here are the Bruins, 3rd and 19. Smith drops. He's under pressure, rolls to his right, sets up the screen. He's got Willis at the 25-yard line, needs a block, kicks it to the outside, and an amazing open field tackle that time by Reed Swalinski, who nearly turned that kickoff back for a touchdown. He gets Willis around the ankles, leaving him about 10 yards short. If he doesn't make that tackle, I think the Bruins may be able to get a first down out of that one.
Yeah,
they had it set up.
Well, blocks out there.
Boy, and you know what? I cannot put that on Mario Nicholson. Caleb's got to read his blocks a little bit better. He cuts it outside. If he cuts it inside, I think he's still running.
Yeah. A great play by Swalinski. Quickly, Ron Sewell's back on the field. In case anybody's at home watching, Ron's back on the field. I had to go out a few minutes ago with an injury, but he's good to go.
Good job, narrator. That sets up 4th and 10 from the 29-yard line. The Bruins do not elect to go for it, and that's the right decision. We're halfway through the fourth quarter here. Here's the snap. Moore at his own 45-yard line. A nice punt, a little bit of a knuckler that hits down at the 35-yard line and keeps on rolling, takes a Bruin bounce, and will roll dead at the Lion 29-yard line. Outstanding job that time. Good punt. The Bruins needed that. They needed a good punt. They got it, and the Lions will set up shop at their own 29-yard line with 5:49 left to play.
Yeah, they needed that, but I don't understand exactly. Maybe Moore don't trust himself to field that punt, but he could have saved them a good 8 or 10 yards on that punt, and he made no effort to field it.
Southside has just thrown another interception. Northside ball at the Southside 30-yard line. That one coming unraveled for the Hawks.
And that's got to be getting pretty late, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely in the later stages of the fourth quarter of that football game. So here's Harding Academy trying to salt this thing away, leading 28-21. We've got a penalty flag. Let's see what we've got here. We've got illegal procedure. False start by the Lions. That's exactly what you want if you're the Bruins there.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
take everything you can get.
Yeah, and defense got to make a play here. Now, I don't think we're probably going to see the ball in the air much on this drive, but they got to get a stop here, and given the opportunity, got to make a big play.
And from Richard Mulligan, Northside has just scored again. Now here's Moore, not much doing off of left tackle. Not going to get overly creative here. I don't think if you're Harding Academy, you're going to trust this offense to try to grind it out, and hopefully for them, they're thinking grind it out. If you got to get rid of the football, 2 minutes left. Your defense has played pretty well for the most part. So and they really hadn't been beaten badly through the air much at all tonight. So gain of 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 13. And someone called the timeout, but I did not see
I
who.
think Harding called it.
Really? Now, that would surprise me, but let's see. They haven't taken it off the scoreboard, so I'm not sure.
No, USJ called it.
Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, why in the world Harding called it? Yeah, the Bruins called their first timeout of the second half. Your new score out south, Northside starting to run away with what was a great game at the half. Northside trailed 7-6, and late in this one, they lead Southside 26-7.
Wow. You know, I think we both said in the pregame, we favored Northside to win that football game just based on the way they competed against a tough schedule.
This game has kind of gone exactly what I expected. Now here is a reverse to Moore to the short side. Nowhere to go. Ball's on the ground. But alertly falling on that football, number 56, Gavin Olson, the senior offensive lineman. Boy, he's the only line in the area, and he falls on that football. Big break that time for the Lions. USJ nearly with a big turnover.
Olson's going to be in his coach's favor in the film room because he's the one that had the big block on the last Jackson touchdown, and now he's in the right spot to cover that fumble.
And T.J. Tharp's the one that forced that fumble. Now, interesting that the Bruins have called their second timeout, so basically they're saying we're trying to knock it out right here. You know, so here's what do you do if you're Harding Academy? The Bruins have one time, and now there's still 5:24 left to go. Even if they were to somehow pick up this first down, and it's what are we looking at here? 3rd and 13. Even if they were to pick this thing up, the Bruins could still get this football back. You know, not with a whole ton of time left, but like I said, it's not like there's 2.5 minutes left. There's 5.5 minutes left.
There's
so,
a lot of time.
you know, I'll be interested to see, narrator, what the Lions do. Do they put the ball in the air here in 3rd and long, or do they force the Bruins to call that final timeout?
We're about to see.
4 wide receiver set, Young by himself in the backfield. Now, Moore got off the line of scrimmage early, trying to hit Moore on a deep out, and he hits him in stride, breaks the tackle, and he's going to go to the house for a 71-yard touchdown. A beautiful pass by Young, but I want to roll this back, and I could be wrong, but I sure thought that Tyler Moore got out of his – he was set, and I thought he started that play. Let's rewind this, if you will, again, because I thought he left a little bit early. He absolutely did. He left early. Watch this play. This is unbelievable. That's the second time. Watch this. Slot receiver, left side, he leaves half a step before that ball is snapped. It's not debatable. We're sitting here looking at it in slow motion. He's the man that gets unchecked off the line of scrimmage, goes in for the touchdown. I don't know how you missed that. I just don't know how you can miss that. The coaches are in the booth right beside us. They saw it too. That's not forgivable. I saw it with the naked eye from right here, right away.
Yeah,
and I wanted to say, I think I just saw him leave earlier. We go back, and it's a full step. He's a full step into his route. Watch this, narrator. Set, full step. He's full step. He's a yard past the line of scrimmage before that ball is ever snapped, and it goes for a 71-yard touchdown, maybe putting this game out of reach.
It's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Boy, that's the kind that keeps you up at night. That's the kind that just absolutely disgusts you when you take a look at that. And look, I get it. But that's not bang bang. Bang bang, I get. That's a full step out of your stance before the ball is snapped. And you're telling me no one saw that?
You saw it.
I saw it.
You saw it from
I'm old.
40 yards away.
I'm old as a buzzard, and I saw that. So 35-21, the Bruins up against it now. Carlisle gets the ball around the 25-yard line. He falls forward towards the 31-yard line, but the Bruins need points, and they need them in a hurry.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to waste any time with 5-0.
Yeah, it's getting chippy out there, and we're going to get a personal foul. I believe Pete is the one that's going to pick that up. He got into it, one of the Bruins right there, and he's being calmed down by his teammates. Get back on the sideline, dude. What's wrong with you? He's beating his chest. You got a personal foul. That's nothing to beat your chest about. Good grief, man.
I think that was Mason Woods he was into it.
Man, narrator. This is one of those that I just –
Dead ball. Personal foul.
It's going to be a personal foul that'll bring the ball up to the 46-yard line. Now, this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. No. And getting the ball nearly at midfield, but they only have one timeout. By the way, it's gone final in Adamsville. Peabody wins 30-0 to finish the regular season at 9-1. Here's a shuttle pass once again, and absolutely decleated that time is Wesley Carlock. And that's Reed Swalinski who's going to stand over him and let him know all about it. He literally stood over. Watch this. He literally makes a beautiful play. He does. It's a beautiful tackle. But watch when he gets up. Watch this. Stands right over the top of him and starts mocking him with the official 2 feet from him.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a flag. That's Tony.
Now, Zebras, I love you, and I said y'all have been pretty good. You take your chances in the 901, but you're making a liar out of me in the last few minutes of this one. 4:31 left to go in the ball game. Here's Smith rolling to his left against his body. That ball nearly intercepted, trying to hit Brendan Long on a 10-yard in. Ball just a little bit too far in front of him, and the Bruins 3rd and 11 from their own 45-yard line. Clearly 4-down territory, but the Bruins need something here. They need to dial up a little
you
magic.
Can't give a ball up here. You've got to take 4 downs to get you to it.
There are a few games. There are several plays, maybe 10 plays in a game that truly affect the outcome. And that missing that on that 71-yard touchdown is one of them. 3rd and 11, Smith rolling to his left. He's under pressure, squares away, find a man right around the 48-yard line. He'll be about 8 yards short, but this was always about 2 plays.
It was.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. So the Bruins 4th down, and we'll say about 8 yards from their own 48-yard lines. The Bruins barely with a pulse here, but if they want to have any chance of coming back in this one, they absolutely have to get this conversion on 4th down. Southside is just on their 3rd interception. Here it is, 4th down. Smith rolling to his right, needs help, breaks a tackle, steps up forward looking for a man, finds him. That's Wesley Carlock. He makes the catch, but he's going to be about 2 yards short, but we've got a flag down around the 45-yard line. And Brendan Long says this one is against Harding Academy. We'll see what the call is. It's a huge one, whatever it is. If the Bruins have any hope here, it's going to have to be on Harding Academy. We'll see.
Well, USJ saying it's on Harding, but the White Hat ain't said nothing yet.
I got to see it from them first. I mean, I hear you, and I think it is too, but I got to see them say it. Now they're stepping it off, and yeah, it's definitely going to be on Harding Academy, and that's going to result in a huge I-group 1st down, and the Bruins, at least for now, narrator, still with a pulse.
Yeah,
and honestly, they have only 1 timeout, which is unfortunate, so they need to score within the next minute.
Yeah, they do. They need a big play here. 3.5 minutes to go. Clock just rewound.
That's a great job by Smith of keeping that play alive from the Lion 43-yard line, trailing 35-21. Carlock in motion to the short side slot. Willis in the backfield. Here's Smith rolling, now looks to his left. It's a drag route back the other side to Carter Craig.
Pass complete to number 24, Carter Craig.
Craig will take it down to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of about 3 yards. That's almost one of those where I just assumed it'd be incomplete.
The thing is, he got out of bounds with it, though,
yeah.
So that's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, you got it. That's right. He did get out of bounds. Okay, I thought they tackled him inbounds. So it ends up working out okay. 40-yard line, 2nd and 7. Here's Smith looking to his left. Got a man on a go route on a. Let's look at one of those routes where you try to throw it short and come back on the over-the-shoulder routes, trying to hit that time in stride. Joseph McGrath, ball just goes out of bounds, and the Bruins are sitting with 3rd and 8 from the Lion 40-yard line. 3:08 left to play in this ball game. Seabass Richard, the narrator Barber, coming to you live from the 9:01. Bruins in a heap of trouble right now. 3rd and 8. Here's Carlock in motion to the wide side. Bruins moving left to right on your radio dial. Here's Smith out of the flat. He's got his man at the 40. Makes a man miss. Struggles all the way down. Goes out of bounds around the 30. Mark it, dude. Come on. You're killing me. Right around the 31.5, 32-yard line. they're going to say, well, were they marketing it? They're saying he's just short. Now they're going to give him the first down. That's good enough for a Hughes I Group first down. Bruins needed that one badly.
The play is good for Bruins, first down.
Down to about the 32-yard line with exactly 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. And narrator, like I said, I mean, they got to get in there yesterday, or they're going to have to recover an onside kick. Now here's Smith. Another shovel pass eaten up, just not there.
Shovel pass worked one time. Harding's read it every time.
Yeah, that time it was the big linebacker for Harding Academy, Landon Black, 6'3", 240 pounds. Man, just a massive player. Comes in, makes a big hit. Carlock's taken a couple of shots tonight. There's no question.
Yeah, he was a little slow getting up on that last pass reception.
Luckily, he dropped that football, and that's an incomplete pass, not a fumble, so it only took 4 seconds off the clock. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Now here's Smith rolling to his left. He's under a lot of pressure. He is going to go down, all the way down to midfield, and he is slammed down on his shoulder, but he pops right up. Number 3, Malik Young, who also doubles as one of the quarterbacks for this team, and that is a huge loss, a loss of 18 yards on the play, and the Bruins are in a mess of trouble right now, narrator, from the 46-yard line, 3rd and 24 with 2:43 left to go in this one.
Yeah, and it's just a wonder they didn't call him with a fumble there.
Boy, he really went down hard on that shoulder too, man. So 2.5 minutes left to go. The Bruins need a miracle. Here's a snap. It's a low one. Smith looking down. He's looking for his man on the left side. He's got to go right. He's got Carlock. Catches it in stride. Then he drops it off his fingertips. It was just a little in front of him, and he's so fast. It's hard to overthrow Wesley Carlock, and that ball off the fingertips of Carlock. They found a spot there right down that left sideline. Just led just a little far. Yeah, Wesley's got to come up with that catch.
You got to make that catch.
That was a great throw. Carlock just couldn't come down with it. If he had, that would have been a first down. Now, here's something interesting. Off of a timeout. This has to be on the Harding Academy sideline because the official was over there.
Where the flag came from. Nobody else over there.
And there can't be no sideline warning. One of the coaches for Harding Academy had to say something.
Why would he, though?
I don't know, but they may just breathe the last gasp of life back into this Bruin offense if this is an automatic first down, and I think it is. We'll see on the call. He had to say something to one of the officials.
He threw his flag and then immediately went over to the whiteout in the middle of the field.
But I'm clueless as to what he could be mad about after what Harding Academy got away with on that touchdown. What could you possibly be mad about? And especially on 4th and 24. I'll be interested to see what this is. Really?
Come on.
On a timeout.
5-yard penalty against the line.
They were in the middle of a timeout when he threw that flag.
Time to bring up 4th down.
You throw a flag for that and a timeout, and there was really just that coach.
That was
and he was talking to an official. He says something. The official throws his flag, and then they give a sideline warning. Okay, why not? 4th and 19. They'll mark off 5 yards. Last gasp. It's intercepted and dropped, but just as well. It's actually better for Harding Academy that the ball was dropped. It falls to the ground at the 25-yard line, and Harding Academy is going to take over with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in this ball game. You better get your driving gloves on, Bruins fans. We are headed on the road for the playoffs. I do believe so, sir. Do believe that we are on our way to the 615. We'll know later on. We'll set that up and let you know. Oh, narrator. Now, hey, look, I'll be the first to say the Bruins did not play particularly well tonight.
No.
Harding is a better team than I thought. Did Harding Academy get a safety or something like that? Our scoreboard it's 35-31, fellas. We have it on our score. It's 37. Switch that back. It's only 35-31. It's not going to make a hill of beans, but that's the right score. Here's Moore swallowed up in the backfield by Mario Nicholson. That's 3-10. Actually, that's T.J. Tharp coming down hard on Tyler Moore, one of the only tackles for a loss on Tyler Moore tonight.
Yeah, and right now they're just wrapping the football up, going to try to run this clock out. Got it down to 1:55.
Last score we had from Hawks Vegas, it was all north side, leading 26-7 late in that one. We'll talk with Richard Mulligan and find out how that one went. We'll talk with Stephen Rich from South Gibson. We will talk with Drew Magruder from Trenton Peabody. We'll talk with Ray Capizzi And that big game with Chester County and Lexington will get you caught up on all the scores in the final week of high school football's regular season. High school football brought to you by Allegra Design Print Mail. See Mike and Karen Ashley, located Old Hickory at Hollywood. By Marco's Pizza. Authentic Italian pizza in the columns. 1146 Van Drive. What up, Big Jeff? By RFC Tactical. Man, I love me some Justin. Justin Scott and the folks over there in Milan at RFC Tactical. You got that right. And by VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center. So here we go. Minute 55 left to go. The Bruins, no more timeouts. 2nd and 12 for Harding Academy. They won't be able to run the game clock out if they're not able to pick up a first down, but they will leave the Bruins just seconds left here. So here's a direct give to Moore, nowhere to go. Doesn't mean he can't make a few guys miss along the way. He'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards, setting up a third and right around 11 yards with the clock that is not running for some reason. I mean, that works for me, but the Bruins don't have any timeouts. Look here, narrator. You see that clock?
That clock ain't done
That
right.
clock ain't trying to move. There we go. It's finally moving. Not that I want it to. not that we want it to. You guys got anything from McKenzie?
Yeah, we got starting the fourth quarter, 2017, Gibson County.
20-7 Gibson County at
17.
McKenzie. 20-17
Yep.
Gibson County. Playoffs on the line for the
Playoffs
winner.
on the
Win
line.
and you're in, lose and you go home. 3rd and 11 here for the Lions in no particular hurry whatsoever. 1:17 left to go in the ball game. Here's the give to Moore. Nowhere to go. He is going to be slung down for a major loss back to about the 27-yard line, but they're not worried about that. They'll spot it. They'll give him. They'll give him forward lane and forward momentum. Brought him up to actually the 35. The 35. Okay, no problem. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't make
at
no
this
difference.
point, it doesn't
They
matter.
spot him on the 50. It don't make no difference.
So we're under a minute left to go in this one, and again, they can't run out the clock, but there's just really scarcely seconds left in this football game, down to 38 seconds. Well, the Bruins are going to fall in this one. They'll finish the regular season 4-5, and again, they didn't get to finish that opening salvo with Chester County. You remember that game was moved to a Thursday, and it started raining on Thursday. We got a quarter and change in, and that's all we got. We're down to 20 seconds. Harding Academy will have to snap this football one more time with 18 seconds left to go in punt formation. Wesley Carlock at his own 40-yard line. It's a delay of game on the Lions. Well, not the way we anticipated this thing turning out, especially when the Bruins tied it up at 21.
Yeah, I thought we were in pretty good shape there. I thought we could move the football on them. But a couple of big plays from Harding really just, this Moore kid, I've been real impressed with him. He's a quick kid, tough kid.
Here's the snap when there's a flag on this. Is the delay of game? No, false start. They're going to drag this last 16 out, ain't they, baby? Yeah, but hey, this, like I said, this Harding Academy's team is better than advertised. I look at some of the games that they played, getting squashed by St. George in some tough games with games that with opponents that USJ was clearly better than. But this is a good football team. Not a great football team, but it's good enough. Now here's one of those quick punts, and Wesley Carlock going to grab it right at his own 43-yard line with 9 seconds left to go into Lion territory, down at the 45-yard line with 4.3 seconds left to go. So this one's academic, but the Bruins going to try to hang one more here. 4.3 left to go.
Well, the good thing is the season ain't over. We'll make a trip to Nashville next week. We'll, you never know. Get in the playoffs. That's the key. Get in the playoffs. Let's see what happens now. So we're in them. We'll go to Nashville, try to win a football game up there.
It has gone final. Southside turned the ball over 5 times on their final 5 possessions. We'll get that final for you. We believe it's 26-7, but we'll let you know here in just a second. Here's a gift to Mackay Carr off left tackle, the 8th grader. He is beautiful run all the way down to the 25-yard line. A 20-yard pickup for the 8th grader. And that is going to do it. Your final score live from Memphis, Harding Academy 35 and USJ 21. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back, and we'll get you these final scores and set up the post-game show on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Poplar Corner Exxon still believes in good old-fashioned service, always putting the customer first. Ken Lilly and his staff are committed to professional, expert, and friendly service. At Poplar Corner Exxon, you have choices. Your choice of ethanol or non-ethanol gas. Your choice of self-service or full service, including checking your tires, under the hood, and your windshield washed. You can also get your propane gas at Poplar Corner Exxon, plus minor or major car repairs. They'll take good care of you at Poplar Corner Exxon, Hollywood and the Bypass, Jackson.
If you see it, if you hear it, if you read it, Sarah Jackson will beat it. Will meet or beat any dealer's advertised price on a new Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, or Kia. Nobody beats a Sarah Jackson deal. Not Memphis, not Nashville. Nobody. We will not be undersold. Sarah Jackson. One destination, so many choices.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza?
Here goes.
Try Rockin' Dough's